Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Ty Nices, and today we are doing a whole bunch of fun things. First off, we are going through the summer 2024 anime season and just doing a general tier list, but we're going to go in depth, talk about a bunch of the shows. I think I counted when I was going through the list and I was preparing everything. I finished 22 of them. And then I dropped a few others and I didn't even watch some others. But I finished a fair amount of them, so I feel there's at least some stuff to talk about. There's some pretty decent ones in here. After that, we've got the ending of the Metaphor ReFantazio demo to finish. I went 4 hours last time and we didn't even... No, we came close to finishing it, but we weren't quite there yet. So that's something to do. And then if we have time at the end of it, we will continue with either Somnium Files, which I'd love and I haven't played for a while and I can't wait to get back to. But let's talk anime. Specifically, let's talk about, and this is going to be a hard switch here. Let's talk about this lovely list of shows, which I didn't make this list, I found this list. But it was a pretty extensive season, a whole bunch of different and new and exciting things. A lot of shows swung for the fences, a lot of shows played it very safe, but I think we found some really cool ones in here. Things that I loved. Personally, I found myself leaning a lot heavier into the romance this season and less away from the action combat-y stuff. We had a lot of fun with fantasy, we had a lot of fun with slice of life kind of shows. There were some good ones. I enjoyed them, so let's go through it. This is what I've got going. I've got my A, B, C, D, and then straight to F, and then haven't watched. Everyone understands how that works, for the most part. I usually have a dropped category, but I feel like if I've at least watched a few episodes, I should give it a ranking of where I feel I would have put it and why I dropped it. Some things I dropped that were great shows and I just didn't have the time for, or there was another show that was similar that I put above it. So I, opted for one over the other. And then at the very end, of course, we will put our top 5. I know my top 5. And you will know it because I will skip that option when it comes in the list. But we'll piece together my top 5 and yeah, just generally go through everything we got. But to start, and the first thing on the list is the Saiji Star Dash Monogatari, which I didn't watch. I didn't watch it. I've never watched... I don't know what is or is not part of certain series, especially when the name Monogatari is in the name. So I just avoid all of them. And it's worked out great so far. However, what I did actually watch, and what is the first one on the list here, is 2.5D Dimensional Seduction, which honestly thought I was gonna drop most of the way through. Hi, May. Yeah, I thought I was gonna drop this most of the way through. I mean, it is your standard ecchi cosplay nonsense. It is what it is. However, the characters were endearing enough and the storyline was at least half a bit interesting. I enjoyed that the Ribisa here. I like that she has her one cosplay and she really likes it. And now we're starting to see some people complain or argue against, or at least even try to convince her that maybe cosplaying just the one character isn't always the best move. However, this is who she is. This is what she's going to do. I like the support from the main character. Really, really a big fan of that. More so, I'm a fan of, I'm going to pull this guy up separately. No, fuck it. There's a character that comes in on the side. They go to a convention and they meet another cosplayer who's at the table beside them and her photographer slash manager slash whatever. And he seems like this very obtuse, obtrusive, just mean-spirited dude. But literally by the end of that episode, he has taken the main character under his wing, teaching him the ropes, what to do in each situation, how cosplaying in that industry, how to make it successful, how to not make it successful, and the things you need to do to support your cosplayer if you're going to be that person in their corner. I really like that relationship between the two. Had a lot of fun with the show. It wasn't great by any means, but it was super fun. It's a B. I was expecting it to be a D. I was expecting it to be a fucking blah. But it was actually really fun. So, you know, sometimes you get wins. Next up, we're gonna get rid of that. Alia sometimes hides her feelings in Russian. I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this. I like the show. It was fine. It started off super strong. The relationship between Masashika, I forget his name, and Alia. It blew up a little on Twitter and in a bunch of other spaces because of the relationship between him and the younger sister, who everyone does not know is his sister. Their little relationship and what stemmed from it, and how weird she is. And then we've got Alia's sister here, and we've got the maid. These are the main characters with some supportings on the side. It was fine. It was a cute little rom-com most of the way through. I lost a bit of interest about 7 episodes in. It just wasn't hitting the same. There was nothing really keeping me there. It was just hitting a lot of the generic tropes. Which is fine. You have to hit those tropes at some point, but it became tedious. Where it started to get interesting is part of the story of Alia sometimes hides her feelings in Russian, is that both Alia and the younger sister of the main character are running for student council president for the following year. And they have to position themselves somewhere in the hierarchy and get the votes and do all that thing. And our main character has decided to side with Alia over his sister. Once the younger sister fired the first shot and tried to make Alia look bad, it activated the protagonist, the main character, and now it became a rivalry where they're both trying to one-up each other, and they're both clearly smarter than everyone else, and it's going to be a high school of the elite level fucking brain thing, which made it a little more fun, but it wasn't, I don't know. A lot of people seem to fucking adore this series. I get it. It was fun. I had laughs. I really, really enjoyed it. Maybe I'm just missing the hype of it. I didn't get sucked in as much, and I found there were other better rom-coms on the list this year. So I've got it as a high B, because I think there are better. Next up. Oh gosh. Doing this is brutal. Next up, Atri, My Dear Moments. This is the first one on the list that I did drop. And it's probably the one that I'll go back to. Maybe not first, but you know, around there. The world seems flooded, destroyed. Everyone in this show, as far as I watch, is living on this island. Main character here goes in a submarine to find things from his grandmother's old house that is submerged under the water, and finds a robot. That robot's name is Atri, and now she exists around and is part of the gang, but he's trying to sell her, but he also maybe falls in love. I don't know. I didn't get that far. I got 3. Same composer. That's Lena Raine. This is Chicory music though. But good ear. Yeah, I got 3 episodes into this. I was enjoying it, but not enough to really keep me around. I might go back to it. There was some little things in there that were interesting. I liked the world. I liked this best friend side character. I don't know who the fuck you are, or you. I've never met these people, but but I think the thing that threw me off the most is just the flip-flopping of the main character in being the worst person, but also everyone just accepts that and is fine and loves and respects him anyway. And that was driving me a little nuts. I hated that. But she's very cute. She's very cute and very sweet. I give it a C. It was fun. Ghost Cat Anzu, I didn't watch. It was a movie that came out at some point. Never watched it. My Hero Academia, I'm not caught up. Fucking 7 seasons of that shit. I'm not caught up. Which brings us to My Wife Has No Emotion. This is another one that I dropped. I got 5 episodes into this one. I was just starting. More things were starting to happen. She was developing, weirdly, more of a sentience is the word that I wanted to use. Basic story. Guy buys this robot that helps do house chores around his home. And he falls in love with her. And robot doesn't know any better, so robot's like, fuck yeah, I'll be your wife. And it gets a little weird. It gets a little weird in a lot of ways. He openly talks about how horny he is in bed with his robot wife. The last one I saw was a really cute beach episode. It wasn't a weird beach episode, but there just wasn't enough to keep me there. There wasn't anything that exciting or new or different. There was a weird little sister character. There's a lot of them. We've all watched Gigux videos. There are a lot of weird sister characters. They exist throughout it. It was a D. Wasn't that great. It was fine. Wasn't that great. Next up is don't worry about it. We'll come back to it. It'll be the first show in our top 5. That's Bye Bye Earth. We'll talk about that later. I don't think many people love that show the way I did, but we'll get there. Card Fight Vanguard Divinez, didn't watch. I don't even know what the fuck that is. Crayon Shinshan, doesn't matter. Delico's Nursery, I was actually kind of excited for. It started really late into the season. I had already kind of whittled down my timetable of what I was going to watch every day and what I had time for. So I haven't gotten to it yet, but it's still something I might. I've been really enjoying it. Which brings us to Dungeon People. If you haven't, please watch this show. If you just like cute, simple things where there's no stakes and it's just fun and it's cute and it's wholesome and everyone has a good time, but there's still enough story to carry you through. There's still enough action. It's not the most glamorously animated. It's not the flashiest anime you'll watch this year, but it was so fun. It's so fun. If you watch Glass Reflection at all, like I do, you'll know that he only put 2 shows in his list of things that he actually finished, start to finish. Dungeon People was one of them, and I don't think a lot of people care about this show. Effectively, our lovely protagonist here, going through the dungeon, doing the classic dungeon crawler anime thing, accidentally stumbles upon the fact that there is a whole back of the dungeon where the bureaucracy happens and where the monsters live and where the dungeon keeper, our lovely Belle here, also lives, and decides to join the staff and help out with the runnings of a dungeon. How does it work? How are chests automatically restocked every time someone new goes in? What happens with boss rooms when there's multiple explorers in the dungeon? How does everything get repaired? How does everything get fixed? All of this is the back end of dungeon keeping, and it goes through that in a nice little slice of life. I really enjoyed it. Personally, it's my favorite opening of the season, I think. I think it might be my favorite opening of the season. But it was just lovely. It was a lovely little treat. I enjoyed it start to finish, and I hope there is more. I hope we get more. I don't think we will. Because again, 5 of us watched it, but all 5 of us loved it. So that's all I have to say to that. This is an A show. I cannot recommend it enough. If you want to watch something and just have fun and not care. There's a lot of shows this season I've noticed that start out as this lovely, cute little romance, whatever. And then by episode 5, I'm sad. And I don't want to always be sad. So it's just it's a nice little thing. Plus size elf. Let me get rid of this. Boom! Plus size elf. Guys, you know what this is. You know what this is. You know exactly what show it was when you decided to watch it, whether you watched it in one place or you watched it uncensored on High Dive. You knew what this show was going into it, and you decided to watch it again. And my review of Plus Size Elf will not change whether or not you decide to watch and enjoy this show. It's not a good show. Just, like, let's get real. If that's your thing, fucking A, I'm all for it. Have a great time. As a show, it's not a good show, but it does exist for a certain group of people, and all the power to those people. I hope they have a wonderful time. I don't care. Suicide Squad Isekai. Nope. Didn't watch it. Should have watched it. Didn't watch it. What it is. Fairy Tail. Never watched Fairy Tail. Had a lot of friends try and get me into it. Way back. I didn't. So, you know, sometimes it is what it is. Pseudo Harem. Pseudo Harem almost made my top 5. Came so close to making my top 5. And admittedly, this was a show that I dropped 5 episodes in. Initially, it was cute. The entire prospect is there's this guy in the drama club. He makes props. And there's this girl, a year younger than him, that joins the drama club and falls in love with him. And to help with her case for why he should fall in love with her, she role plays as all different character tropes. So she is the harem. She plays Tsundere-chan and Cool-chan and all the other Chan. All of them. She plays all of them and just kind of rolls through with her acting skills and does all that. 5 episodes in, I thought it was just going to be episodical. Nothing was really going to happen. It was just going to be a bunch of teasing and nothing was really going to connect. So I stopped watching it. Then I saw some people that I follow on Twitter that have very similar interests, especially when it comes to romance, as I do, that were losing their shit over this show. And I went, okay, well, I had to have missed something. What did I miss? And sure enough, the next episode is what I missed of it getting to a point. It got somewhere. And the relationship developed, and the relationship was so cute. And the characters were so cute, and it was nicely animated, and it was super fun. I really liked it. And the best part of it, I think, is it's over. And I don't mean that in a negative sense. I literally mean, I think the best thing this show could have done is ended. We got the romance. We got the saga. It came to a head. The show's done. They live happily ever after. That's it. And it was a perfect little 12-episode snippet, and it did exactly what I wanted it to do, and it nailed it. It crushed it. So I'm very thankful I went back to it, because it was one of my favorite romances of the year, but it was not my favorite. But it's an A show. It was really good. It was really good. What do we got next? Days with My Stepsister. We will also come back to. We will come back to that later. That is a top 5 show for me. So we'll talk about it here. We'll put them in their place. And I'll explain when we get to it. I'll explain why when we get to it. But yeah, when I said it was almost my top 5, this was why it wasn't. And we'll talk about it. Don't let the name deceive you. Grendizer U, didn't watch. I gotta close this. I don't want to open this. I want to open this. Maybe I didn't. There it is. Failure frame. That's the one. Failure frame. I became the strongest and annihilated everything with low level spells. I mean, how edge do you like your edge? Do you like it really edgy? If so, I got a show for you. This was fucking exactly what you think it was. A group of high school students get transported into a different world. They're all given godlike skills, ranked S through E. And our homie here is E rank. So the goddess sends him, teleports him to a dungeon that will murder him. But it turns out he's overpowered as fuck because it's an isekai, and that's exactly how this needs to go. And his main abilities are Paralyze, Poison, Sleep, and Berserk. And he uses those with 100% effectivity and efficiency to kill everyone in his way. And then he gains Saris here and Eve. And they go about the world murdering whoever the fuck they want to murder and saving people from who they want to save. All in the attempts for him to make it back to the goddess and kill her himself. It is what it is. First season's done. It ended on a cliffhanger, so I think they're hoping for a season 2. I don't know if it's gonna happen. It was generic all the way through. There were some fun moments. There were some really good character moments. I'm more intrigued with the party of heroes that we left behind, because every time it flashes back to them, they're doing something really fucked up. And then it just goes, oh, well, and carries on with the original story. I don't care about this asshole. I want to know what those fuckers are doing. But the show itself is fine. It's fine. The CG is horrendous at moments. And at other moments, it's almost unnoticeable. So like it's really hit and miss. Most of the time it's a miss. It's a whole ass D. Whole ass D. There are Fs. Don't worry. We'll get to them. No longer allowed in another world. As the surprisingly more fun version of the similar story. Right? We've got Dazai here. Not Dazai. Sensei. We've got Sensei here. Who, of course, him and his beloved back here tried to murder themselves in their world, but were unsuccessful, and Truck-kun came and swept them away into the new world. They do actually make an outstanding joke about Truck-kun, which I'm a big fan of, and it is literally part of the isekai process for the priestess. Very funny. But he comes, and he doesn't really have any powers except for the fact that he wants to kill himself at all times. Humor. He does learn later on what his power is, and he does have the ability to finish people's stories. He writes about them and brings them to a conclusion where usually it is the other worlders that have also been teleported to this fantasy realm that he sends back to the real world to continue on with their lives, having learned something new. There's a bit of etch in it. There's a bit of etch. There's a bit of action. Characters are actually pretty clean, simple, easy to understand. They differentiate enough. It was a fun show. I watched the entire thing, so I mean, I didn't hate it. But there was nothing... I really like the concept of, the author finishing someone's story to help send them on their path. I like that as a concept and a power. We'll see where it goes from here if they decide to do anything with it. But it's a C. It is what it is. It's just a solid C. Now, this next one is probably the first show I'm going to go back to when I decide to catch up on the things that I missed or I dropped. And that's a journey through raising kids while adventuring, a journey through another world. There's something, a journey through another world, raising kids while adventuring. It's one of those two. This was diabetes in a show. It was so sweet. There was no problem. Like, there was action and there was consequences and there was times where the children got scared, and I was not a fan of that. But for the most part, it was just a very sweet adventure. From the episodes I watched of this dude who gets teleported here and he wasn't supposed to, gosh darn. And the gods try to make it up to him by giving him mostly whatever the fuck he wants. And he comes across these two twins, and there's clearly an elaborate plan for the twins to be part of a bigger plan, and they need him to help them to be a part of the bigger plan. I watched 5 episodes before I dropped it. It was very cute. I can't wait to go back and finish it. I just did not have the time based on everything else that I was watching and enjoying for this season. Characters are cute, side characters are cute, everyone's very lovely. If anything happens to these kids, I will kill everyone in this room and then myself. I love them very much. However, it's just a pretty generic show, but it was good. It was a good kind of generic. Enough that I would give it a B. I enjoyed it. Thank you, Lena Rain, for that drop every fucking time. Next. Where are we? Ooh, hell yeah. The Magical Girl and the Evil Lieutenant used to be arch enemies. I could not physically find every one of these images I pulled from IMDb, because they gave me the 2000 by 3000 copy of it. Everywhere else had, like, 400 by 800. I don't fucking want that. But I couldn't find one for this, so I used a manga cover. And some of these I've also used manga covers. I loved this. I loved this, and it hurt me so much finding out that I believe that the mangaka died. So it's a very self-contained story. It doesn't really have an ending. But I think they ended it in a very lovely way. It was super cute. Episodes are only 12 minutes long, and there's 12. Effectively, it is what it says it is. There's a magical girl and there's the evil lieutenant. And from episode 1, they have tea together and discuss their problems. She is getting used and abused by her mascot character as well as everyone else in her life. And he just he doesn't think that's fair and decides not to want to kill her. It's a very cute romance. There's some really messed up moments. But for the most part, really cute dynamic. I love all the side characters, except for that fucking cat. Fuck that cat. I hope you die. In the story. The other magical girl you meet is super fun. Not great around people. Just yells fucks and fucking bites. Which is really funny. I enjoyed it. I think this was really fun. Really sweet. Honestly, I'd give what we got an A. It sucks knowing that there won't be any more, but I loved what we got. I had a great time with what we got. And I think it's a total of like 2 hours of your life to watch. Good win. A+ win. What else haven't I watched? Bum, 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 bum. Where am I? Ashura, didn't watch. From Me to You, never watched. The Colors Within exists on this page, and I found it in the summer, like when I go to Analyst. I see it there. After the last one, too much of a risk. Hey, listen, not everything is Madoka Magica. Not everything. But fuck, how good was Madoka Magica? He's not that evil. He's just creepy. And it takes advantage of using her powers to like his own success and whims. But it's never that bad. Yeah, the colors within. I don't know where that is. I don't know what that is. It was on the list of things that appeared in the summer. And it exists here, and I see the name. and I don't know where to watch it, and I could not find it, so I didn't. Good chat. Our Last Crusade or The Rise of a New World Season 2. Guess what? Nope. Kinnikuman. Nope. Love is Indivisible by Twins. Bam. I don't think I'm going back to this show. I watched 10 episodes. I missed a week because I was doing stuff, and I thought, I don't even think I care. It started off so strong for me, not because I like love triangles or I like anything in between it. What I was more interested in was there was an episode where the two twins were having a conversation in the park, right? This one had dated the guy first. This one dated him second. And this one dumped him because she thought it wasn't fair to her sister. And then her sister dumped him because she wanted even ground. And they had that conversation where they went, all right, everything's fair game now. Gloves off. We go for what we want. We don't hold back. And I went, cool. Fuck yeah. This is going to be mind games between the two to get to the person they want. And we're going to have some really cool scenes and some really manipulative shit. And I was excited for it. The only problem is they didn't really manipulate each other. They manipulated third and fourth parties in the situation, which just made it weird. And then I never went back to it after episode 10, and I saw a bunch of people talking about the ending, and they were mad. So apparently it just gets weird, and like, if there's one thing I don't like in my romance stories, there's teasing, and there's playing things up for the sake of garnering affection, and then there's manipulation. Right? And there's a fine difference between the two. And apparently one of the last scenes is this one kissing the guy after convincing him to go after her, who's with a different person, and he's jealous about it. Like, what the fuck? None of it makes sense. So yeah, it started strong. I had hopes for it. But at the end of the day, it just didn't hit. It didn't hit the way I wanted it to. And it got weird. So what can you do? Next is Quality Assurance in Another World. This one surprised me. I thought I was going to hate this. I thought it was going to, I didn't really gel with the art style at first. I didn't gel with more people playing video games, doing whatever. It really hooked me in the first two episodes. I liked, and mostly because of the tiny details, right? This guy was hired by a company to go into their virtual reality game and find bugs. And all of the people that went in have not been allowed back out. They don't know how to get out. All they know is they are supposed to report bugs. Everyone's given up on that, right? Except for him, who is still going around place to place and trying to report bugs. And I like the little intricate details of him, you know, grinding his face along the side of a city wall just to see if he slips through one of the cracks. Or putting arrows in different locations to see if one of them bugs out. Trying a million different ways for a certain thing to not happen to a town. It was a nice reflection of just like, oh yeah, that's quality assurance. That's what they're doing. The same repetitive task 30,000 times to see if they can replicate a situation or not replicate a situation. I think they did there was some really nice touches throughout it. What I liked too, where the story developed, is everyone was using their thing that they were supposed to report bugs on to enter debug mode and then start fucking around and ruining the world. And then some of them, and there's some really, really wild scenes, some of them got stuck. They went into debug and there were no clipping through walls, and then they got fucking stuck. And they can't leave the game because the developers aren't letting them leave. So they are just kind of, there was one scene where he said they've been stuck there for like 2 years. Just in a wall. That person's alive in there. So it's played really lightly. Like, it's played as a serious moment, but they by no means discuss how fucked up that is. Like, how that is. I had it in 5 episodes. I might go back. There was some really cool things there that I really liked. There was just other things that I was more keen to watch at the time, but I liked it. I liked the show. There just wasn't enough, but I really liked the show. Next is Dahlia in Bloom. Once again, couldn't get the anime thing for it, but I do have the manga. I love this show. I love this show. This was really, really fun. It started to lose me in the last 2 episodes. I've watched it all. But I like the idea. This girl, it is an isekai, but it doesn't play to that at all, which I kind of prefer. Use it as a tool to get to the location, and then they just ignore it entirely. But effectively, it comes up here and there, but like not really. Our girl was a worker bee, died at her desk in the real world, right? Just fucking keeled over. Is reborn to a artificer, a magic artificer, who is her dad, and she learns the ropes and wants to also be an artificer, but gets random glimpses of inspiration, which is just things that she had in her old world. So she creates blow dryers, and she creates, drying vented socks and things like that. Really, really cool concept. It got weird for a bit. She was engaged. Her dad and his partner wanted their kids to marry, and then that fell through, and it got a little weird for a bit, but we saw a great character development of her picking herself up and out of it, and what she was going to do on her own with her products and her inventions. And we were on such a really cool track for her, and then this fucking guy comes in who is the son of a lord, and he is not interested in her, and neither is she. And they're both working together to try to make a magic sword, while also spending, every fucking waking second with each other. I don't dislike him, but he's there too much. I think that's my problem. There's not enough of her alone to shine in the last 2 episodes, where she was a perfectly compelling and interesting and thoughtful character in her own right. And she played very well with some of the other side characters. These two, her other friends, the people of the guild. And the last 2 episodes came very reliant on what he does. And that's fine as long as next season we get out of it. That's the only gripe I have. The voice acting, the story, the characters, the design, the art, how everything is presented, phenomenal. Fucking excellent. I really, really like this show. I do hope we get more of it. This is an A. This is an easy A. I can't wait for it. I'm just hoping that little bit gets fixed, or changes, or does something. Whatever. I'm slowly running out of tabs. This is wonderful. But next up, we have, I want to say the strongest magician in the Demon Lord's army was actually a human, or something of the sort. This is a show I watched all the way through, and I don't know why. When I talk about some of the shows that I dropped that I actually very, very much enjoyed, it seems really weird that I watched this one all the way through, when it's just not. It's not very good. It's not very inventive. There are some good moments of it, for sure. I really, really like the Demon Lord. She's wonderful. I like his master. I do like he's a human in the Demon Lord army, and he's trying to create a perfect utopia for both parties. All of that is fine. The maid is super fun. I really dislike the succubus. Pig Helper is great. There are really good characters that keep you interested in. The overall plot really isn't that exciting. And yet, I watched every episode. I watched every episode waiting for the next week. Something about it kept clicking me back. And I'm not 100% sure what, but I was having a fairly decent time while watching it. The only main negative visually is there is some truly, truly abhorrent CG, but not even fucking nearly as bad as Failure Frame. Failure Frame had CG in, hold up, I love this song, but not the mood. Cool. Failure Frame had CG just for like them standing around and talking when there was almost no motion, like it didn't make any sense. This has bad CG, but I understand why they used it, at least. And I understand the purpose of using it when they did. Was it great? No. Was it better than Failure Frame? You bet. It sure was. It sure was. Nothing here yet. We'll get there. Don't worry. I think there's only one show. It takes so much for me to put a show down here. Like you have to be truly, truly unwatchable. And even the sloppiest of the slop is watchable. But there's one that sure isn't, and we'll talk about that when we get to it. Mayanaka Punch. A lot of people really, really like this one. And I don't disagree. I just didn't finish it. I got 4 episodes in. I was enjoying it. The characters are cute, vibrant, bubbly, different, interesting. It's gay as shit. We love that. It's a common topic that I understand very greatly. The goals and desires of trying to be a person online and doing the things. I get all that. I really enjoyed what was happening. I just stopped for some reason. And I will go back at some point. A lot of people recommend I go back. A lot of people really, really enjoyed this. And it was super fun while I was watching it. I just dropped it for reasons I don't know. But while I was watching it, oh, you sure did. Mayanaka Punch. So gay. And gay vampires. They're not, but like... Don't worry, May. We'll get to some very gay stuff soon. It's coming. A nobody's way up to an exploration hero. If we're talking dungeon crawling trash, this is your game. This is the one. Fuck, what do I have to say about this? It existed. It was neither bad, nor good, nor unwatchable. It was so nothing. The one thing I did like, I liked this character, I liked this character, I liked this character. Somewhat this character. But all the main character and his 2 summons, awful. They weren't fun. They were just weird and small. And like, I don't really know how to describe it. I watched all of it, because I saw something there that could have been more. Like, okay, we've got a guy, he's traversing the dungeon, he's got super luck. So he finds one rare servant, then he finds another rare servant, then he finds a rare sword, and now he's got a party. And this party's very interesting, but his love interest hates that he goes into the dungeon because her dad is missing in that dungeon. Okay. Interesting. Then he finds a third, and then she gets sick. And he happens to find her a servant to help her get over her real world sickness. It was just, I don't know what the plan is. I think that's what bothers me the most, is I don't know what the plan is. I kept watching week after week, waiting for a plot to develop. Where are we going? What are we doing? Why are we doing this? Why does it matter? And it never gets there until they find out that she's sick on like episode 10. I don't understand the reasoning. He says that he wants to explore so he can be a hero like her dad is to him. I don't know. Fucking D. Oh, sorry, I completely forgot about the Cafe Terrace and its Goddesses season 2. I should. Maybe. Maybe not. Who knows? Okay, here's the fun thing. I don't know what the show is. I saw this, right? This isn't a tier list I created. This is a tier list I found that had the most shows that I could find. Because I didn't want to save pictures and bring them over and create my own list doing that. Someone else did it for me, and that's great. But I don't know what the show is. And I went through AniList trying to find this picture, and I couldn't find it. And then I went through my anime list trying to find this picture, and I couldn't find it. So I don't know what this show is. I didn't watch it. Mononoke Karakasa? Didn't watch it. I think it's a movie. Next. Boom! Nanare Hananare. Cheer for You. This is a cute little cheerleading anime. I want to say it was an anime original, right? Okay, we don't need the sad, depressing music for the cheerleading anime. Come on, what do you got for me next? Letter from the Queen, and Dinner's the Big City. Perfect. I love this soundtrack so much. Yes, Cheer for You. I went in expecting nothing. There are some moments where the visuals get a little muddy, but for the most part, very cute, very fun, very sweet. Very emotional at moments, right? We've got our main girl here who is afraid to be a flyer, as she always was in her cheerleading troupe, because of a moment that happened where she saw a teammate get injured. We've got our other person here who got injured and is suffering from I want to say it's part disease that she's recovering from and part injury. We've got our Brazilian friend who is now in Japan. Just the essence of positivity and joy. She does yoga. Not sure what she does. Music? Yeah. And the super talented one that is also super cold. It is a fun, eclectic group of friends. All trying to find the confidence in themselves in the world and creating a little cheer team to do that and cheer on other people in the world so that they can help themselves the same way that the girls help each other. It's very sweet. It gets very emotional at times. It is a beautiful little story all the way through. I'm having a blast with it. I really am. I think it's done, right? Yeah, no, okay, I remember the finale now. Yeah. It took me a second, but I couldn't remember if it fully ended or not. It sure did. I actually hope there's more of this. I had a really good time with it. I really like the characters. I want to see more of them. And I want to see what happens. This was an A. It was wonderful. It was wonderful and sweet and fun. I really liked it. Next up, close that. Boom. Why does no one remember me in this world? The show of this guy. Full disclosure. I think I got to 4 on this. I think I watched 4 on this one. This guy living in his normal world where the humans won the war with the 6 other species, all thanks to the help of some hero. Suddenly finds himself in a world where the humans are about to go extinct because the demons are winning and so are all the other races. Until he finds this lovely lady chained up to a tower and the sword of the hero that was used to vanquish his foes in his timeline. And he uses that to try and help the timeline he's in for the humans to commit genocide. We're just gonna ignore that though and look at the pretty angel woman. She's nice. She also is, I want to say, again, I didn't finish it, so I can't say conclusively, but I think she's a mixture of species, which is why she's so important. Part celestial, part demon, part human, part a whole bunch of other things, which is wild off the bat when we're talking about celestials, humans, and demons, that humans were involved at all in that fucking battle. But is what it is. I actually quite liked. There was the final showdown with the Demon Queen. That got really, really fucked up. And I was like, oh, this might be really cool. But it was just kind of generic. The characters weren't flashy enough, weren't attentive enough, weren't different enough from each other to excite me. I don't know. I might be wrong on this one. I dropped it 4 episodes in. If it does get good, please let me know. I might go back to it. But as it stands, from what I saw, I thought it was just generic. It wasn't good, nor was it bad. It was just fine. And it is what it is. Sometimes you can't win it all. Boop, 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 ba-doo. That's Nier. It sure is. I didn't watch the first season of Nier because I haven't played the game. I wanted to play the game and then start the anime, and then I keep procrastinating and not doing that. So at some point, I'll do it. I love you, Yokotaro. I swear. Elusive Samurai. Bam! Bam! I don't know why this one's different. This was excellent. I mean, if there's one thing I've learned over the years, never doubt Cloverworks. Never doubt Cloverworks. Every Cloverworks show I've watched, I've had such a magical time with. I still regularly look back on My Dressed Up Darling and Bocchi the Rock. Windbreaker last season was phenomenal. I'm very excited for what's the new one? Everyone's raving about the manga right now, and they've got a new romance coming out next year. I love Cloverworks. And lo and behold, they did it again. They made a fantastic show with some of the most gorgeously animated pieces, some off-putting CG moments, but for the most part, it was wonderfully animated. Bright, vibrant colors and really fast but readable motion, a lovable group of characters, a very dark story, some wicked violence at most parts. Yeah, it fucking ruled. I don't know what to say. If you haven't watched Elusive Samurai, go watch Elusive Samurai. It is based very loosely around real life and real history and real Japanese history. So, you know, you might have to do some secondary reading to understand some of the things that are happening. I'm not 100% sure. I'm just riding with what I'm getting and enjoying the story for what it is. But if you want to delve a little deeper into it and kind of get the parallax between the stories, I would recommend doing that. But it's phenomenal. I mean, what else can I fucking say? It didn't hit my top 5, but it almost did. It almost did. There was one fantasy show that I thought did or not fantasy show. I mean, it's historical fantasy. Anyway, I parry everything. What do you mean I'm the strongest? I'm not even an adventurer yet. Boom. Once again, a show that I didn't think could be as good as it was. I really like, if you want to have a laugh, just go on High Dive, look up I Parry Everything, and read the episode titles in order. It's really fucking funny. Because the show is titled I Parry Everything, and each episode is just a larger and more ridiculous thing that he parries. You know, I parry a minotaur, and then I parry a dragon, and I parry an army, and then I parry a lord commander and a dragon, and it just gets increasingly more ridiculous. And God, does he ever parry those fucking things. If he doesn't do exactly what he says he's going to do, he's the most honest and truthful hero of them all. The only thing that I didn't like about this show, and what gave another show, there's 2 shows I have right here with each other, and we'll come up on the other one very soon. And the reason this one doesn't surpass the other one is because I got very tired by the 9th episode of this guy just refusing to admit that he's strong in any way, shape, or form. Right? Like I get the bit early on, where he's like, oh, I didn't know I had these powers. But like by episode 12, he's still like, I didn't do anything. Everyone else did stuff, and I just happened to be in the right place. All right, dude, that's fucking great. Like, but every time he does that, it slows the story down, right? Every time he sits there and denies that he has any power, the story grinds to a halt, because now they have to sit there and do some inner monologue of some of the other characters being like, oh wow, he's so honorable and grateful, and no one would know that he did all these things, and he just sees it as a normal task. He's so great. Like, shut the fuck up and just move on. Like, we've done this 7 times. We don't need to keep doing it. And I got very frustrated by the end of it. But the rest of the show, the rest of the parts of the show are excellent. They're excellent. The action is good. The characters are fun. The world is interesting. I think there's going to be more of it. I'm excited to see more of it. We'll see how it goes. But it is a B. It is a B. It is a high B, but it is a B. I'd say that's above my Anaka Punch. These aren't in order. Why do I care? All right. You ready for a big one? It's Oshinoko. Oshinoko season 2, specifically. I do not hide from season 2s when I do seasonal reviews, but only if I've watched them, and I sure watch Oshinoko. I mean, what's there to say? I love the show. I love the show. I love the characters are all fun and so colorful and so interesting and so dynamically unique. And that is what is important for a show like this to thrive, especially when it relies heavily on conversation and dialogue, is that you know how each character would react to a situation and they react accordingly. It isn't a weird moment where, you know, one character does something so out of pocket because just no one else is around and something needs to call for it. No. It is so beautifully intertwined in narrative with everyone involved. Of course, we know their narrative is dark. It is a look behind the scenes of the entertainment industry and all the things that are active with it, right? We saw it was way lighter this season than it was last season. This season was way more combative in between the characters and less, what's the word I want to use? Depressing, less depressing. However, it's not done yet. There is still an episode to come out this Sunday. I am very excited for it. But based on what we've seen so far and how excellent everyone has been, I was a massive, massive fan of how the play was presented. I liked it being 4 episodes, expanding each character at a time, hitting their peak, their point, why they got there, what got them there, and then carrying on to the next part of the play and having those parallels between all of the characters and who they are performing as. It was just excellent. It was fucking so well presented. What else can I say? I love Oshinoko. Love Oshinoko. Can't wait for more. Actually, I can, because I know what happens later. And I don't want it. I don't want it. Close. Up next, we got Red Cat Ramen, which I didn't finish. I'll admit. I have 2 episodes that I should watch. However, it's something that will be watched at some point. When I have a free moment and I don't want to focus too hard on anything, what a great show to put on. Listen, the animation doesn't look great all the time. There's some awkward CG turning and movements and talking that really take you out for a second. But the show isn't supposed to be that. It's not supposed to be this fantastical, phenomenally animated, beautiful piece of work. It's a cute little episodic. There's 3 stories covered per episode of little things that happen at this ramen shop that is run by Cat and that employed a human to help out and do the things there. It is a simple, cute, fun little watch. I love every character. I love their dynamics. I love how they play off each other. It's such a fun show. If that's your shit, watch it. I had fun. I hope for more. I will watch more. This is a great show. It's a great show. It's not a great experience. Like it's not going to change your life. But for what it's trying to offer you, it fucking nails. And that's worth an A. It's worth an A. Sengoku Yoko. Boop. Actually, let's talk about it. What am I doing? I've had this system the whole time. Why would I abandon it? We are not done this show. It keeps getting delayed. Last week was a recap episode instead of episode 11. So this week would have been episode 12 if everything stayed on track. However, they did a recap episode and then it was delayed this week. So episode 11 is happening next week. Which breaks my fucking heart because I don't think the show is talked about enough. I really don't. I watched it since day one of the first season. I fell in love with it. The art style, initially, off the hop, art style, location, aesthetics, gave me such Inuyasha vibes. And I just teleported right back to being 8 years old and watching that at 2 a.m. and just blasting my speakers out. Now, of course, the story is incredibly different. Well, not incredibly different, but it is different. First season, this second season is an entire departure from the first season even, where we don't get to see some characters again. And there's been a time lapse. And we're following an entirely different group, and we're sometimes connecting with an old group or old members of a group, and it's a different story that is going to converge at the end of it. But it's been phenomenal. It's been fantastic. It is such a good, smart, well-written show with interesting characters and great action scenes. It's been a little sloppy this year, for sure. But the ones that hit. It's continuously excellent. Continuously excellent. And if I was giving anyone a fantasy anime to watch that is reminiscent of those from like the early 2000s, this is the one I tell them to watch. It's very good. It feels nostalgic while not being at all. Fucking A. I love Sengoku Yoko. I love it. We got more A's to go through, gang. We're not fucking done yet. Wait, don't worry. We're gonna get to the stinkers too. Don't worry. We ain't done yet. So what was that? That Senpai is an Otokonoko. This I hated this show. And by that I mean I loved this show and I hated how it made me feel. This is a story of Makoto, who doesn't like dressing as a boy. Understood. I get that. This is who Makoto naturally likes to be. They don't ever use the word trans. And they don't ever say that Makoto wants to be a girl, just that he likes dressing and feeling and looking as a girl. That's a whole different conversation and not relevant to their plot. I think they actually do a lot of things very tastefully in the same dynamic. Some really hard to watch scenes with Makoto talking to his mother. Really tough to watch. But what hurt me more than anything Makoto's got going on, anything, is this lovable little girl who not little girl, she's a year younger than Makoto, who falls in love with Makoto. It's not Aoi. I don't think is it Aoi? It might be. You're gonna drive me nuts. Give me a sec. It is Aoi. Yep. Aoi Saki. Who you find out a few episodes in that she's pushing so hard for this relationship and this love because she doesn't feel it and she feels like she should. And you go, oh, okay. So that's someone who's shut off a little from the world and doesn't understand the feeling or reciprocating love. Sure. And then every fucking episode after that is them just beating Aoi down. Not physically, emotionally. Just the girl cannot catch a break and she is constantly sad or upset or something wrong has happened or crying or her dad's being an asshole or her mother shows back up for some fucking reason or everyone is in the way and she doesn't understand her feelings. And I just got sad. I just got sad because everything was happening for everyone else and everyone was figuring their lives out and discovering who they want to be. And those were such beautiful moments and I wanted to love those. And then I watched a character who I loved more than the other ones. I liked Aoi the best. Just get pummeled week after week. Now at the end, they do rally and support and find love for her, not emotional love. Well, not emotional love, but in a platonic sense. Find ways to lift her up, which thank God, because I almost had to stop watching. I just kept feeling so bad. I kept feeling so bad. But it all came around in the end. And if I felt that way about a character, it means that's a good thing. It's a good thing to feel those things when you're looking at a character. Because it means it's written well enough that you relate in some way, shape, or form. And they matter. So it's wonderful. All that aside, it is beautifully animated. The little chibi versions of them when little things are happening are incredible and fun, and I love them and I hope they never go away. The story was excellent, the voice acting is excellent, the characters are wonderful. Please do right by Aoi. Please be good to her. If there's a second season and she's upset again and life isn't working out, I will fucking drop it. Please be good. She is such a sweet little cinnamon roll. I love her very much. Please be good to her. Anyway, Senpai is an Otokonoko. That's an A tier. Oh, I wanted to put it S, but it might be one of my favorite shows of the year. It was wonderful. Just for Aoi. It wasn't better than Oshinoko. It wasn't better than Dungeon People. I love Dungeon People. And it wasn't better than Gigi Harem. This list doesn't matter. Sorry. Next. My dear friend Nokotan. Quick question for all y'all. Was anyone else as disappointed as I was? Was anyone else? I watched the first episode and it was very funny. And I laughed and I chuckled and I had a good time. I watched the second episode and okay. It's absurdism. I love absurdism, right? I watched all of Nichijou. And I love that. That's one of my favorite shows of all time. I love Nichijou. So if we're trying to go for that, okay, I understand. But it wasn't hitting the same. It was just a little different. And then as it kept going, I just stopped caring. I just stopped caring. It was trying to do all the things. And some things always got me. Like anytime a poor, bad CGI deer appeared on purpose, that's funny. It was funny every time and I don't care. But like some of the other antics were just, it wasn't an F, but wow, was I not expecting to stop caring that fast. It didn't take long. It really didn't. But it wasn't good. It just wasn't good. Unfortunately, I was really rooting for it. because we haven't had a good absurdist comedy in a long time. The Osan newbie adventurer trained to death by the most powerful party became invincible. I even have to scroll down for this one. I scrolled in too far for that one, apparently. Remember when I was talking before about the show that I had just on Parallel? No one gave this one the credit it deserved. A lot of people wrote this one off immediately. And I encourage them to keep watching. I encourage you, if you stopped watching this show because it was generic, you are correct, but keep watching. It is generic, but it's so fucking good. What I appreciate what this did, that I Parry Everything didn't do, is this character starts off not thinking that he has any power and that he's super weak, because he started becoming an adventurer at 30 something. By episode 3, he has dropped that. He's dropped it entirely because he has realized, oh shit, no, the training did work. I'm fucking everyone up. Nothing is a problem. So they just dropped that immediately, which I love. I love that. He needed to have real combat with real people to learn that. Cool. Great. The characters, the supporting casts is great. They're super fun and interesting. They're a little bit weird, but I see their dynamics and why they exist. The one I was most worried about is this adorable little munchkin back here, because it could have gone anyway, where they lollybait or they do some other weird shit, and I didn't want to fucking deal with that. And then they just didn't do that. They just went, no, she's a kid, but fuck, is she good at magic? And then she just kind of hangs out around and loves eating food. And God, that made me so happy. Like, no, this girl's a fucking monster. But she's also very nice, just to hang out with her for a bit. Like, she's very sweet and she loves eating food. I liked this character here being a rival initially off the hop, turning into a friendly rival, turning into a student, and then coming back to wanting to be a rival again, but in a more friendly manner. I really like that dynamic. I love the maid. She is perfect. And overall, I just really liked the show. I thought it was fun. The final battle, and I'm not spoiling nothing, but the final battle of the show or the season, is incredibly emotional and so fun and so good and so suspenseful. I loved it. I enjoyed it a lot. I had a blast with it. So I'm putting it on par with I Parry Everything. I think they are both wonderful shows. They are both generic, but they both do the generic thing that they want to do very well. This one, I think, has overall a better story and characters, but it had a few more things that pissed me off. This one had almost as good characters, maybe not as good of a story, but the main character I prefer way more. Way more. And that's how that is. Next up, we can talk about later. We'll talk about Shushimin later. After that, we got Shy. I didn't watch Shy. Didn't watch Shy. After that, and May, you're going to want to pay attention to this one. We have Twilight Out of Focus. Oh boy. If you wanted just the most open and honest, gayest anime of the season. Ta-da. And it's really good. And it's really good. The story is you've got these two are roommates, right? Our friend here is very openly gay, has been for a long time. Homie isn't. But he is in the film club, and they are working together on creating a film, and it is a boy love film. So they bring in Homie as a roommate to be the lead in this story. And he does a phenomenal job, and these two fall in love. And they realize they love each other. And a few other people fall in love, and they also have very cute dynamics and relationships, but it is it is so overtly mid 2000s to like early 2010s CW drama, where they have the long shots of just like the prettiest faces glancing off into the distance, and like all of that nonsense as like filler frames, which is it's so nostalgic and so perfect, and it's just the hottest people in the world, of course, and they all exist in the same film club. Who would have thought? And they're all gay. Who would have thought? And then these two finally have sex, and you go, oh, we're getting boy love. And he proceeds to describe intimately the feeling of it, and I went, what the fuck? I was expecting things to get spicy, but I wasn't expecting such a verbal detailing of the emotion and the feeling of the moment. It was fucking wild. And the show gets wild, but it also has very cute moments, and it's very pretty, and it's well animated. I haven't finished it yet, but I plan to. It's one of those ones that's not, I didn't drop, I just need to catch up. But I really enjoy it. It's not anything stellar, not anything perfect, but fuck, if you're looking for gay love stories, solid. It even does a lot. One thing that I don't think a lot of people give it credit for early, because I haven't really seen anyone talk about it, is there's a scene where he's talking about this guy here is talking about the guy that he's been on and off dating for a while, right? His sugar daddy, effectively, because he was a 40-year-old man. And talking about how, you know, he was the side piece to this guy who has a wife and kids, and effectively just used him up and spent money on him, and then got abusive when he was called out on it to him. And that is a very familiar story that I have heard several times. So it was a nice touch into that, to not shy away from that conversation and that topic. I really appreciated that. It was good. It was a good show. I had fun with it. I'm having fun with it. B. It's finally time to talk about it. Oh boy. Tasaketsu, Fate of the Majority, a show that is still airing somehow. So I watched this all the way to the end. And by all the way to the end, I mean it is still airing somehow. And by all the way to the end, I mean I thought 2 weeks ago was the ending. Like the story ended. At least the thing that I thought needed to happen for the story happened within the story. Right? This is a death game where you've got these lovely, colorful group of kids, and every night at midnight, a thing appears on the screen, and it gives effectively a yes or no prompt, or an A or B prompt, and whatever group falls into the majority of that prompt dies. And this is fucking, I think, Japan wide. Yeah, I think it's Japan wide. It might just be Tokyo wide, but that's effectively how the game works. But you are given access to prime rights and regular rights if you find them, and those can help you alter the game. Like our homie here has the prime right of rejection. Anything that is said, anything he is told to do, anything that happens, he just says no, and it doesn't happen. It is broken, and he is broken. And you learn some things as you travel through, and you learn about the Emperor, and the Emperor is the person running the game, so they all want to work together to defeat the Emperor. And they do. They work together to defeat the Emperor. A lot of people die doing that. And I went, okay, it was a bad show. I love a death game. I will always watch a death game, but it was a bad show. And that's fine, because it's over. And then I opened my Crunchyroll on last Tuesday, and saw there was a new episode. The fuck do you mean? We were done. We killed the Emperor. Everything ended. People died. And now they're effectively starting a second arc, which is worrisome to me because that means one of two things. Either this show is going 24 episodes, which is baffling because that means someone greenlit 24 episodes of this fucking trash, or everything wraps up today in the episode that I haven't watched yet. And that'd be a crazier thing. That'd be even fucking crazier. So I guess when we're done stream, I'll watch it and find out, but it doesn't matter because it's bad. It's awful. It's almost unwatchable because it doesn't make any fucking sense half the time. The characters aren't good. People just die and come back willy-nilly. Occasionally it switches to an entirely different storyline that didn't matter. It's bad. It's bad. It's bad all around. There are redeeming qualities to every single show on this list. There are redeeming qualities to all of them. Which is why I only have one show in F, and it's that one because there's not a damn thing redeeming about it. Some of these shows aren't good, but they're watchable. They're understandable. They follow a plot. That one doesn't. Abysmal. Abysmal. I'm angry. Sakuna of Race and Ruin. This is an anime that was based off a mobile game, if I'm correct on that. I think it was a mobile game. I watched 6 episodes of this. I might go back and finish it. I actually was really enjoying it. The thing that turned me off was this fucking asshole here. And his character started to turn around when I stopped watching it, but I was already too far gone at that point. I loved this dude. I love Big Boy back here. I liked her. Baby's cute. She's very sweet. This kid's an asshole. She's an asshole, but it's her character. Like, she's dismissive and lazy and spoiled, and that's her character. But you see the little ways she still does the things that she needs to do because it's her job to, and she has to, and the only way for them to survive is if she does the things that she's supposed to. This guy, up until the last episode that I watched where he started to click, was just destructive, rude, made this girl cry a lot, and that I didn't like that. And I had enough of watching that. I just didn't enjoy it. But the rest of the show was so good, and that it upset me that was a sticking point. So I might go back and finish it. It looked like he was starting to come around and become a better person. But like visually, really, really good. The story is great. I mean, it's a god kicked out of their god place because these assholes showed up and ruined her day. And now she's got to grow rice on the demon island. So there's lovely little tidbits about it. There's some really cool characters and some other side characters that aren't on this poster that I really like. I just hate this fucking guy. That's about it. But as a show, pretty good. It's a pretty good show. Just the one sticking point. And for me, I couldn't get past that sticking point. Other people might. I could not. All right, there's only 5 down here. There's 5 left down here. I didn't watch 2 of them. So we're just going to get rid of those immediately. Tower God. Whatever the fuck this is. Wonderful Precure. I didn't watch Tower God. I was going to wait for all of it to come out, and then a lot of people came back and said, bad. Upsetting. So I haven't yet. There's 2 slots in my top 5 left. There's 3 shows down here. If you've been following the season at all, you know what the shows are. You know what 2 I'm picking for S tier. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and talk about the one that isn't in the S tier. VTuber legend, how I went viral after forgetting to turn off my stream. Which is one of my top shows of the season, just not top 5. It so perfectly encapsulated, although dramatized the ecosphere of VTubing and VTubing in a company. I really like that they chose to do this using live 2D models. I love that they showed glimpses of OBS. I love that they played stream games, and they made references to all the games that you have absolutely seen, all of the VTubers that you follow play, right? There's an entire episode that is a game of werewolf, and it's just a giant Among Us reference. And there's a moment in that episode where it zooms out, and instead of showing like the actual VTubers as the VTubers having a conversation, it zooms out and shows the avatars in the game, and it shows like some of them spinning in place and some of them just jumping and just like spinning around a person. And I was like, yeah, they get it. That's exactly what we do. That's exactly what we do when we're playing group games. It's hard not to. The dynamics are over the top and extreme, but they're fun and lovable. Really great characters. I love the main character. What I really like, and some people seemed confused by this, and I don't understand why. I thought they made it very clear. These are their avatars online, and when it switches to the real world and them walking around, it shows them as the same person. But it also shows all non-VTubers as just like gray slabs of cardboard of humans. And effectively, all they're doing is keeping the anonymity of the person themselves by always showcasing them as their VTuber, right? And even, I mean, you go around, you go to meet and greets and you talk to people, you call streamers by their tag all the time. It's effectively the same situation, but they decided to showcase that by keeping everyone out in public in their VTuber models if you knew who they were. There's sometimes they talk to a person who is a gray slab of a human, then realize that they were a person within the company, one of these other people, and they morphed into that VTuber model. I really like that. I thought that was a fun way of storytelling and visual storytelling. It was a super fun show. I really hope there's more of it. I really liked it. Some stuff was a little too cringe, but like I've seen some VTubers that made me cringe way fucking harder. So overall, excellent. An excellent show. I'm actually really happy with everything up here this time. There's way more shows down here than I had before. But I'm very happy with the shows that are up here and surprised at some of them that are up there. All right, let's talk about some stuff. Let's talk about a top 5. This needs to go away too. I also forgot to grab one. Boop, 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 boop. New tab, close. All right. I forgot these are my stepsisters. So these are my asses. Wistoria 1 and Sword, Makaine, Too Many Losing Heroines, Shoshimin, How to Become Ordinary, Days with My Stepsister, and Bye Bye Earth. So let's talk about them in order, shall we? In 5th for this anime season, I have Bye Bye Earth. Honestly, it was a toss-up for me between this and, you know, something like VTuber Legend, something like Sengoku Yoko, something like Oshinoko, what I wanted to put there. But there was a lot of things the show did really, really well that I fell in love with. And it's specifically in the world building department. This world is fucking weird. It's really, really weird, but it's so interesting. So we've got our lead character here, whose name I don't remember, and I don't remember names well, so please forgive me on. But we've got our lead here, who is the only human in this world full of demon folk and animal folk and all these other folk, right? Mermaids and all these. She's the only human. She has no idea why she's there. But she stumbles upon this sword and ends up taking it, and it becomes hers. She gets trained and raised by this guy, who is her mentor, and sets off to become a... Oh, there's so many terms in this. It's really hard to describe the show. Like, there's so many weird things about it. The first thing that's super weird about it is when they went into battle, they set everything up like a marching band. It was a playwright that wrote a script and a song. This guy wrote effectively an opera for their attack when they were in battle, in war. And they sent through first chair, second chair, third chair, all the way through. And it was, everything seems very music based, but it's also, your swords are important to you and they grow through you. And if someone breaks your sword, that's actually a really, really fucked up thing to do to a person. And people are corrupted through their swords. There's this guy who seems to destroy every sword he touches. There's this girl who's the princess who only sings. There's so much happening in this fucking show, and I don't want to explain everything because it's so much more interesting to just watch it. It's so much more interesting to just try and piece together what's going on around you, because it does do that way of storytelling of show don't tell, and just hope that the viewers are not smart enough, but receptive enough and open enough to just join you on with it. Whereas you don't go there and go, I have no idea what's happening, I'm out. But you take the time and go, well, that's okay, that's kind of weird. Let's see where they go with that. And I was infatuated from the start. I am as infatuated with it at the end. I really hope there's a season 2. I really, really like this show. And that is why it is 5th in my top 5 of the summer season. In number 4, it is, I can get rid of that now, Days with My Stepsister. This was nothing like the show I thought it would be. Nothing like the show I thought it would be. I thought it was going to be exactly what you think it is reading the title. I thought it was going to be this ecchi nonsense of bad gags where he accidentally stumbles in on her half naked, and it gets weird and awkward, and he's a little bit of a pervert. None of that. None of that. It is very real and open and sincere conversations between two people who are now in a situation that they did not expect them to be in, with a person they had never known prior to the situation that they now find themselves in, having to deal with any attraction and or emotion that may be behind any of it, and how to properly move forward as respectful and honorably as possible while not being insincere or obtuse or anything about it. And in fact, there is no romantic thing that happens throughout this entire season until the end. But even then, it's not really romance. There's nothing overtly romantic about it other than the feelings that they're trying to hide from themselves because they know they're not supposed to have them. And it's not like they're trying to sit there and convince themselves they're doing the right thing or this is the right thing to do or whatever. It's not really any of that. It's really is such a phenomenally well done show that is mostly dialogue, and not dialogue where just there's a bunch of voices happening. A lot of the show is these two sitting down at the dinner table having a conversation about nothing and about everything and about asking for help when you need help and trying to be the best version of yourself, not for anyone, but for yourself. It's incredible. And to say nothing of the cinematography of the entire show, it is so beautifully shot. Yeah, that's number 4. Hands down. Hands down, number 4. And the only reason it is number 4 and not higher is because there's these 3 in 3rd place. Wisteria, Wand and Sword. The most generic story you could have possibly asked for. It is the kid without magic shows up at the Magic Academy. And everyone hates him. Because he doesn't do the magic. And when he does try to do the magic, he does the magic bad, but he's good with sword. We've all seen it. We've all know it. It's happened a million times, right? This is from the same writer as Don Machi. Surprise. I want to say the same director as Black Clover. I think that's correct. And it shows. But what it also shows is it shows the experience all of them have gotten from those past projects and culminated it into just a fantastic show. Yes, the plot is basic. We've talked before. A bunch of shows on this list have very basic plots that we've all seen a million times before and will see again. But it's about execution most of the time, and this show fucking executes. From how dynamic the action is animated to how crisp and clean and bold the colors are, that add a contrast to a flat background, or especially during action scenes, how those colors pop in certain ways to draw your eyes along the screen. It is a masterclass in art direction and a masterclass in framing. It is so well done, but it is a basic plot. You know, the characters are guy who can't use magic, guy who hates guy who can't use magic, girl who supports guy who can't use magic, and then people that he makes respect him along the way. Right? We all know it. We've all seen it, but it's done very well. And the characters are fun. I actually like Shion for being the ruthless piece of shit that he is. I love Colette. Obviously. Julius can go fuck himself. These two we just kind of met in the last bit, but they're very good. And we met the villains in, I want to say, the 3rd last episode. Officially met the villains. And they are awesome. I love Headless so much. I can't wait to see more of Headless. They creep me the fuck out. They creep me out a lot. I can't wait to see more of them. It's just excellent. Go watch it if you want just a classic story done well and done right and done beautiful. That's Wisteria. Number 3. A lot of people who have watched this season and watched some of the shows in this season know what my number 1 is. If it's between Shoshimin and Losing Heroines, they know what my number 1 is. The funny thing is, they're absolutely wrong, because number 2 is too many Losing Heroines. And I didn't do that to be contrarian. I genuinely do love this show. And on a different day, I might put it at number 1. On a different day, I might put it at number 1. But today, when I was making this list, I was organizing everything, I had this at number 2. Everyone knows what this show is. Every character is fucking phenomenal. I love Anna. I love Lemon. I love even Kurumi? Again, I'm not good with names and I apologize for this. But she went from an annoying little gremlin to my favorite little gremlin, and if you harm her, I will destroy everything that's ever existed. Throughout the show, you get these characters who have been rejected by the person that they love, and they're trying to find solace in something and find a way back to the happiness or into that person's life. And everything relies on our boy here, Nook-kun, who ends up being a lightning rod for these girls. Not intentionally, he doesn't try to build a harem. They all just keep fucking showing up. And he deals with them, and he helps them in the most honest way that he can, trying to learn and adapt to each situation as it goes, and expresses his love and fondness for these characters, and always platonically, even though we know, of course, that a relationship will develop at some point. Everything he has done through just the general love in his heart for these friends that he's made, and how happy he is to have them in his life. All the stories are incredible. Lemon made me cry a lot. It's been great. It went 11 episodes, and then we had a nice little fun anime exclusive episode for episode 12. I loved every second of it. This is probably the most beautifully animated show of this season. Once again, we're talking about those vibrant colors that pop against every background, and how the hair blows in the wind, and the ruffles in the shirts and the skirts, and everything is so fucking phenomenally done. It's an excellent show. Please go watch it. I cannot recommend it enough. But because of that, it means I have a different show as my number one. And that's Shoshiman, How to Become Ordinary. Now, for some reason, I couldn't get a vertical one of this, so we're going with this weird, with the landscape version. This is my number one show of the year, and I didn't think it was going to be. Or of the season, sorry. Number one show of the season. It is a show about two people who cannot get over certain aspects of themselves and rely on each other to help pull them away from those situations. So for instance, our boy here cannot stop inserting himself into problems and solving them for others, because they're fun little mysteries that need to be solved, and that's a person that he always is. But it comes off as arrogant and controlling to everyone around him. Or it did at some point come off as arrogant and controlling. And he doesn't want to be that person anymore. While a girl here, I can't tell you, because you do have to discover that for yourself. Ends up being a mystery show for the first, most of it. For all of it, it's a mystery show. Where they're solving, again, he can't help himself. He's trying to become ordinary, but he can't help himself and keeps pushing himself back to the way that he always is, where he just wants to insert and solve and be a part of it. So he solves the little mysteries around life. Like his friend made great hot chocolate, but he only used 3 cups. And there's a spoon in the sink, and there's no water in the sink. The spoon has not been washed, but there's no debris on the spoon. How did he do it? And that's a full 20 minutes of an episode of them solving together how this guy made that hot chocolate. And it is some of the most engrossing 20 minutes of television I've watched. Beautifully animated and beautifully shot in this David Fincher-esque styling with Charlie Kaufman conversational writing. It's so fucking weird, and it's so good, and the reason I cannot talk about it more is I can't spoil the last 4 episodes. I can't do that to you. All I can say is don't stop. Because there's a moment even I hit in episode 5 where I went, is this all the show is? I was having a great time and I was going to keep watching, but I was like, is this all it is? No, it isn't. So start it. If you enjoy the first episode and the way that it's shot, I encourage you to watch it all the way to the end, because it is one of the fucking greatest final 4 episodes that I wasn't expecting. And I think that's the thing that pushed it over the edge for me this season, is that I sat in that final episode dumbfounded, just trying to hang on to a semblance of understanding of what the fuck I just watched and why I watched it and how to cope with the things that I watched and heard and the conversations that happened. It was mesmerizing. And I've been told that I need to go watch Please hold. This is made by a person who's done another show similar. It was Hayaka. Yeah, same writer. And I've been told Hayaka is incredible. So I need to go watch that, but I adored this. I adored this, and I might be the only person to have this in their number 1. I might be the only person to have this in the top 5. I don't care. I fucking love this show. And it deserves all of that and more. And I hope there's more. I really do. But that's it. Hour and 50 minutes of straight yapping. But that left us with this. And I think we can get rid of the haven't watched. I'm happy with this. I'm happy with this. I think it was a good season. I'm very excited for the season that's happening now. Don Da Don starts on Thursday. ReZero comes back tomorrow. Oshinoko finishes on Sunday, which makes me very sad, but I'm getting a bunch of things that are going to fill that slot. There's some fun ones that have already started already that I see that B category just screaming for. I'm very excited, and I really hope anyone that was watching enjoyed this. It was 2 minutes of fucking this, but I hope you had fun. Let me know how you feel about this. I know I'm on Twitch and YouTube right now, but if you're on Twitch, come over to YouTube for a second and write and comment and like and do all the things and tell me what you think about all of this and what your favorites were. And I'm fascinated to know where everyone else at. But yeah, that's it. Now it's time to finish Metaphor. Time to finish that damn game. Let's go. Whew. When I tell you my throat hurts. Hey, chat's ready to display messages. That's nice. Oh. All right, Chicory. Actually, I'm going to download this. You mean it was successfully downloaded? No, it fucking wasn't. I'm looking at it. Downloads. Yeah, no, there's my thumbnail. There it is. All right, now I can close that and we don't have to look at another one of those until next season. Woo! All right, goodbye, Chicory. Yeah, if there's one thing there's very few things I get excited for about games other than like the game. Like Neva comes out in a little bit, or I think that's what it's called. I think it comes out on the 15th. I am incredibly excited for that. But other than that, I don't get excited about most things about games unless I see Lena Raine is doing the music. Then I'm unbelievably in. All right. Time to change some things. Oh, I was getting messages on Twitch the entire time. Well, not really. I was getting ViewBot on Twitch the entire time. Metaphor. We only have like half an hour left of this. So I really need to get it done. I've been waiting so long to do it. And finally we get to. Finally we get to. I just need to remember the voices that I was doing. I don't have to do this one anymore. So that's kind of a win. But I do have to be British, and I'm not good at it. Load game! Yeah, they're the same. Cool. Yeah, we had just escaped the cathedral. And now we were going to creep back in underneath and along the way.
This I cannot fathom.
And we have our new friend. Our new elf friend, who I think...
What now?
Oh, she's not officially part of the party yet. Wait. Oh! Oh, that's fun. I didn't even notice that.
Morale is all but evaporated.
Okay. I want to go. Where's
Someone
Moore?
else's problem.
Moore should be out here, right? Sitting at a table. I want to go talk to him. Nope, doesn't look like it.
The royal guard is sloppy, aren't they?
Moore, where are you?
Hang on a minute, you.
The royal guard is sloppy, aren't they?
Okay, it wants me to go that way. All right, let's just go. It doesn't matter. Everything picks back up when the game comes out for real, right? No lookouts that I can see. Will not be discovered going in or out of the cathedral as we please.
Well,
So quiet. Kinda
Even
creepy.
so,
I'd rather have avoided disturbing the dead, but we can't let it stop us here. Her voice, my voice of her and my voice of Stroll are the same, just one is pitched up, and I need to fix that. Worried about the people left in the Grand Cathedral. There you are, Moore.
Now, where was I?
I have things to do. I have a new friend, and I want her to be powerful.
Would you look at this?
I sense the power of a new archetype. Come speak to me, should you want to study it. I do more. The royal magic.
hey,
Yes.
Oh, I don't care about that.
Grant me
got a moment?
adieu.
I read that last time. Or I read that. Thank you for coming. You seem to be walking on your own path. I expected you would. Splendid.
Well then.
I realize this is sudden, but there's something I wanted to ask of you regarding archetype. Regarding the power you're all gifted with. About archetype. I have a task I'd like you to undertake.
What?
What do you mean by task?
All right.
To stand fearless in the face of change. That may not only alter your form, but reveal the heroic qualities you embody. That indeed is the truth of archetype. The heroes of our kingdom's history all showed glimpses of such power, though not to the extent you have. Yet now, their tales are largely forgotten, fables and obscurity.
That means
A hero standing alone is no hero at all, but a simple dissenter. Without the support of others, their ideals are soon buried beneath the history's weight, and their lives go unnoticed. The same holds true for archetype. An archetype will only reach their ultimate power once you obtain and unite many heroic embodiments. If you can achieve this, my dream shall too be fulfilled. In this way, I'm sure we can take the first step towards the ideal world I described in my novel.
because you see,
Researching this power is vital for me as well. For our first task, I'd like you to cultivate the heroic embodiment of the healer. I'm certain the task will be a fruitful opportunity for you to hone what draws others to you. That is to say, your outwardly royal virtue.
This one's important.
Moore's task, forward and prologue. To nurture the strength, I'll need to challenge Louis the Archmage. I should rage healer archetype to rank 10. This can be completed by anyone. To 10?
please.
You need but complete your task and speak to me. That act alone will grant me boundless understanding.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming so quickly to your decision.
Yes, that's right.
A confrontation with your nemesis is inevitable, is it not? For all your plans and devices, one day you will have to fight Count Louis.
But for that,
To that end, you might seek to awaken new and stronger archetypes, and research the way their powers complement each other. Chance encounters often spur a hero to grow, and indeed change the very world around them. As we share a fantasy of ideals, surely I, too, will share in this growth.
this research.
And when that happens, my memories may gradually return. The king's seal upon it may fade. such as where this place is and why the king can find me. Through research, you gain more power, and I regain my memory. Ultimately, we reach utopia I dream of. A mutually beneficial agreement, no? Already, your efforts have done much more for my research. Now, there is more I can do to assist you.
Delightful.
If an archetype has learned a skill, I can make it inheritable by other archetypes. I can show you whether you'd like. In this way, your encounters with others will become a source of even greater strength.
Regards.
Let us face these hardships together. I have high hopes for your future endeavors.
Welcome.
Skill inheritance is now available. You can now spend mag to unlock previously learned skills and give them to other archetypes. You can individually set the skills each archetype inherits. Cool. Well, let's study. Because we only have Will and Stroll. But there's the healer. I don't want to not be a seeker. Seeker is way too fucking valuable. It does everything. But I would like Will. Okay, so I need Will to use a different archetype and then inherit the skill from that archetype into the archetype that I want to use. Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
Oh. You'll come again.
As it stands, that's a later problem.
All
Hi,
right.
friend. Just as I thought, this area is yet to be sealed off. We should be able to enter through here.
Look,
This path leads back to the entrance of the Grand Cathedral. Security should be lighter than it is at the front.
Ready?
Let's head inside. Are you ready?
all right.
Let us enter. This way is straight forward. Straight ahead. The word forward wasn't on the screen.
Doesn't it seem like...
It's downright eerie. Much too quiet. We've no choice but to steel ourselves and move on. This is the only way left open to us.
Let's hurry.
Area looks clear. Let's hurry.
Onward.
Let's go.
Look.
Don't need a key, don't need a key, don't need a key. Fuck you. How about this side? It's okay. She'll awaken at some point. Oh, we're popping off right away. Okay.
Wait.
I'm getting a strange feeling from up ahead. It's the same feeling I had in the abandoned mine. But the mines were... What do you sense? I don't know. I've got a bad feeling about this. What's the plan, Will? We're going in. Right. No time to second guess ourselves. Yep, we got another one of these.
What's going on? We can't get through the door.
This game is
Strange as
excellent.
he is, that pale fellow's magic works. Good for rooting out the rats.
That blasted mage set a trap. Not surprising. We knew he was expecting us.
And you still fell for it? At least you'll be in good company.
I can't be.
No way.
Alsace.
Excellent.
Alsace, stop it! Don't! Why would you die for revenge of all things? The man I fought beside was not so ruled by anger and malice. Alsace, tell me, please.
I don't think that's Alice's, girl. Whoa!
Is this the price of my failure then? The prince, for having
I thought she was gonna be a
you
homie.
two would abandon me. Why did you leave me alone in the dark when you escaped with His Highness? I have sought him for so many years to no avail. And now, I... Of course. 'Tis only just that you be the one to send me to him now.
Get up! Fight!
I'm
Awaken.
sorry. Please forgive me.
No! You have it wrong!
Hell yeah.
The prince is alive!
Hey!
He's right. We do hunt Luis, but not for revenge. We mean to lift the prince's curse.
We just met her.
Is that true?
Like 5 minutes ago, we were like, don't tell her.
Still?
Yes, he lives. So you have to keep fighting.
You mean, if that's true, then I... O lodestar, who wanders
There we go.
in solemn duty, O thou
Are we gonna get as
anguished
sick of a voice line as we did from Stroll?
Thy
That dude fucking rocks. I love him.
Now choose thy path.
Here now my new calling, transcending all oaths. I choose life of my own will!
Hell yeah.
Thou hast chosen a noble parting. Henceforth, thy fears and insecurities become thy light. Thou art the brilliant star that shall illuminate the King's Road. Now, awaken.
Yes.
My name is Iselin Pacelli Majal Hulkenberg. I am knight, I am commander, and last of the honor guard!
Fuck yeah. This game rules, man.
Once more.
Oh, this
I
game
take a
rules so
vow
hard.
in my liege's name!
Ooh. Cavalier?
Alcest, I will see you freed. For the liege I am sworn to, in his royal name, with this power, I shall open the way! Alcest,
God, the voice acting is
it's
so good.
almost finished.
I'm sensing a huge surge of power. Hang on. It almost seems like the two archetypes are resonating with each other.
Pardon? You've unlocked synthesis skills. Synthesis skills are special, cooperative skills available according to the party's channeled archetypes. Access them by pressing X on a party member's turn. In order to perform synthesis skills, a second party member with a specific archetype channel is necessary. Synthesis skills consume the collaborator's turn icon in addition to the active character's turn icon. Okay. So it'll deal a shit ton of damage, but it'll cost 2 turns.
Prius, I'm so sorry.
Join with me.
Deals medium physical pierce damage to one enemy, lowers their defense for 3 turns. Ooh, they're both so good. But let's jump thrust that
We'll
bitch.
team up.
And thus I end it!
Sick.
Let's get on with it.
I can't do it because I don't have 2. Round slash deals weak physical slash to all enemies. Oh, so even though it's the same 2 synthesizing, the one who's leading has a different attack. That's excellent.
Something else.
That's excellent. That's not what I meant to do.
To the rear guard.
Firstly, let's get you in the back.
I'm all prepared.
What do you do? Heavy physical strike to one enemy. Massive. Heavy physical light damage. So Knight and Seeker work really well. All allies attack for 3 turns is huge, though. Well, let's give it a Rider of the Blade.
Hold nothing back! Out there!
Silver Surfer. Oh!
Let us fight as one. Perhaps not this.
No, but he's
I'm
back
stepping
there.
Into the fray. Knight.
Honestly?
Not this. To the rear guard. Moving to the front.
Defense fell.
Oh, power of heroes. Not now. Knight.
Yeah, let's do Knight's
Is
Proclamation.
that all?
No holding back! Perhaps not. Moving to the rear. To the fore! After me! Not the right move. Warrior!
Yeah, diagonal slash it. You know what? That's what I need from you.
Seeker.
And you are going to boost up. I'm the one who gets the heavy physical, which is crazy. But we're going to boost up Stroll's
Let me
attack.
help.
My thanks.
Only a flesh wound.
That's great. Turns his attention to the group. Well, let's
Not
change
this
that.
Comrades, lend me your strength. Knight.
His defense is still
I
lowered.
stand waiting.
I shall fight as the noble I am.
I can't do much here. I need Will to attack sooner.
Give me your aid! Something else. I shall vanquish
I'll
evil.
just keep swinging. I'll use Will to heal her.
Power.
I'm obliged. Is that all? Only a flesh wound.
She resists physical, which I love.
Not join with me.
Coordination is key!
Get a jump thrust going.
Power.
Oh, with the crit! Oh, with the crit!
Warrior!
Seeker. Let's work together.
Show them
Do
our
it.
might.
This combat system is robust.
Alsace.
His Highness and Maria's home. I leave them in your hands.
I got you, buddy. I'm gonna take care of them.
We'll do as you ask, friend. I swear it.
250. Jeez.
Not bad, if I say so myself.
I'll strive for greater heights.
Honestly, keep magic going.
I shall rise to the occasion.
Rest now, Alsace. We will protect Maria and His Royal Highness.
Oh. Isn't this crystal just like what we saw?
Yeah,
in
why
the
would I
Hidden
why
Mine?
would I change her class? Her class is
Gives
great.
me the same nasty feeling. Come
She
on.
resisted physical and she
Let's
taunts?
destroy
Come on. That's sick.
First he wakes the dead, and now this bizarre object. This man is dangerous and must be stopped.
You said you were a royal knight, didn't you? Were you there? On the night the prince was attacked?
Yes, though I was the least among the Order then. We saw His Highness afflicted with a horrific curse. But soon after, he mysteriously vanished. Alsace was one of His Highness's closest confidants when he disappeared. I'd wondered if they were both lost to us.
But I could see it when we told you the truth. You believed the prince was alive, didn't you?
I'd left my post to wander the land. A search party, at least in intent. News of the king's demise brought me back. Thence, we met. Now, onward. 'Tis nothing. Let us go.
Don't tis nothing me. You took a hard hit early on. Let's head back for now.
But
We've come this far, so he'll be looking to buy time. It's just as you advised before. We can't rush in if we're to see this through. What say you? We can withdraw for now, right?
Yeah. We should head back.
Yes. We should head back.
I'll trust your judgment. Homeward, then.
This has got to be it, right?
You're just in time. Maria's awake.
I wish she
She's not hurt
wasn't.
too badly, but she's locked up in her room and won't come out. I told her that her father
Oh,
was
thank God.
coming home.
The only reason I said I wish she wasn't is because I didn't want to have to tell her that.
So she knows.
Oh, I should say, I found a note in his belongings. Meant for you all, I'm sure. It said,
Yeah.
if there's anything left that could serve you, take it. I left his belongings in his room, so you're free to have a look.
Cool.
Now that you're here, I'll go check on her one more time. Try to rest, and I'll be back shortly.
Okay, I love you.
Damn you, Louise.
Can I assume you're still dedicated to the mission?
Mission?
Killing Louise to lift the prince's curse. We've lost a lot already. We can't afford to give up after one failure.
Don't worry. I've no intention of giving up now.
Hell yeah,
What
Stroll.
do you think? Are you going after Louise?
Of course I am.
Of course I am.
Yes. Someone has to bring the bastard to justice. You saw what would happen under his rule. We can't just let him doom this country.
Thus do you seek Louise's death. Knowing the truth, may I join your cause?
Hell
Ahead
yeah.
of your trials at the fort, and considering all I've seen and heard, Louise clearly aims to seize the throne. Allow me to lend my blade. Even if we can put the man down, if we can't save the heir to the throne, it would be all for naught. Until the day His Highness, the prince's life is saved. I will fight through all obstacles.
Hell
We'd be
yeah.
happy to have you. But are you sure?
It is but another leg on my own long journey, and now I may travel in good company. What say you?
I like her. I hope we can count on you.
I hope we can count on you.
I'm sure she'll be a great help to us.
Seems a bit redundant to say after all you've done for us, but we're glad to have you.
Leave it to me.
Hulkenberg, the ever-loyal knight, has become your ally.
Then let us be bound in both purpose and trust. My life is your shield, and my blade is your strength.
The steadfast vassal, Hulkenberg. Within her dwells the virtue of the knight.
Hell yeah.
Nurture thy bond with her, and a new power yet slumbering within thee may awaken.
Hulkenberg.
Stake my very life upon it.
God, how many archetypes are there? This is crazy. You can now study the knight in academia. Try seeing what new powers await you.
Oh, now that she's part of the team, we ought to show her.
What?
Here. This is the prince. He's been asleep for a long, long time.
Oh, we have a photo?
His royal
Oh, we have a video feed.
He's stable. But unless we can do something about that curse, he's finished.
That mage could be the key to this. I couldn't guess what he aims to accomplish, but if we can capture him, he could lead us straight to Louise.
Doubtless he seeks the royal scepter. 'Tis enshrined in a chamber in the cathedral under a powerful warding seal. Such magic would likely take days of concentration to dispel, even with powers to do so.
You figure that's why he said we've got until the mourning period ends? If it's true, we still have some days until the
Oh, I
mourning ends.
thought that was like
Leaves
months.
us a little time to spare. But
Well.
what did he mean when he told us to wait for the day of calamity? Just an ominous name for the day he grabs the scepter?
He can tell us himself at the end of a sword. The innkeeper's given her blessing, so we'll use this place as our headquarters for now.
Hell yeah, Stroll.
Yeah, probably for the best. It's already gotten late today, so let's reconvene here tomorrow. Do you feel responsible for Grius and Maria?
Yes, of course I do.
Of course I do.
That's not your burden to bear alone. Okay? I don't make much of a guide, do I? I can't even give proper directions. God, I wish I wasn't so useless.
You are perfect. None of that. You got us this far.
You're the one who's gotten us this far, Gallica.
You think so? Well, it's nice of you to say. My grief is getting the better of me. But I've got to shape up. Grius gave his life for that mission. We can't let him down. Let's figure it out as a team, all right? I'll do whatever I can.
Hell yeah. I can sense Gallica's heartbreak, her trust, and her determination. Cool.
Gotta focus on the here and now.
Reduces the mag
not
cost of
past.
studying the mage lineage. Ooh.
Well, you should get some rest tonight in preparation for tomorrow. Let's rest.
Why don't we rest early to prepare for tomorrow? Oh, we're still going. Yeah, sounds good. Each part seems like it's a great cutoff point for a demo. Nope. Oh, what do you want more?
Really? What exactly do you have against sleep?
Apparently, we've been invited to
I
academia.
saw it all unfold. An ally became a friend, and he awakened to your power. But his path was cut short. It is all too easy to forget the fragility of life, until the tragedy of its loss.
Yeah,
Yet,
thanks, more.
I feel his efforts were not in vain. He never turned from his fears and worries, unflinching to the last. Just as the lives of old heroes are passed down through their tales, so too will his heart. You have inherited the story of an unsung revolutionary and all its power.
Cool. Let's do it. The mag used by Grius has been inherited and returned to Will's soul.
Yet be warned, such power rarely awakens without trials. Even should you overcome them, your virtues will be tested time and time again. You must carry on, honing your archetypes and heart with painful sincerity. That is the first step towards changing the world. I have faith in you.
Thanks, more. Can I go to bed now? You may have come across items that grow your archetypes in various places, similar to Hero's Incense you receive from more. You can use them from the item menu. They grant experience directly to an archetype, without having to battle.
Forgive me. There's one more important thing. You can visit as long as you have the calm and time to open a book. But when threats lurk nearby, we may not always have the luxury of attention undivided.
Okay.
And danger is an inconvenience so often encountered, of course. As such. A smart-looking fellow, isn't he? There's a special magic igniter embedded.
Are you giving me the cat? Are you giving me the
As
cat?
much as I'd like to join you in person, I cannot. I can, however, send his consciousness in my place.
Kitty!
If you see him in places of battle, do stop to pet him, won't you? You'll find him a most helpful companion. If you would survive the trials to come, think not only of the powers you know, but how they might be combined. Now, until we meet again.
What?
Oh, has the crystal underground been shattered? No, surely not. Surely not this quickly. The soldiers couldn't possibly.
No matter.
Trivial, all of it. More important. A rather complicated sealing spell. But I see it's working. Breaking it will only be a matter of time. So close to the Hall of the Royal Scepter. The plan is near its fruition, and the calamity draws ever closer. I know he's Scottish, but I won't do it.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Sorry.
I apologize that we've commandeered your home.
Think nothing of it.
I never had a voice for her. This is my fight, too. You're going after the man in the cathedral, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yes. Surely before the day of calamity that he's warned about. I don't know what he's plotting, but I want nothing more than to foil it. We can't let a tragedy that would rob this country of its future come to pass. Not only for the prince, but for Grius as well.
I'd say
One last matter. I'm yet unused in this strange power. Once we take the field again, I would look to another for orders. Will, you seem best suited to the task. That is the role you've been serving thus far, yes?
It'll be all right.
No objections here. He's certainly gotten me out of plenty of nasty situations.
All good.
I agree. You up for that, Will? All right.
Yeah.
May you lead us to victory.
true.
I suppose that would make you our captain. A fitting title for the company's tactical authority, no?
For real.
I guess, but it sounds so formal. I don't know if I could get used to calling him that.
Now then.
As for when we return to the cathedral, yours is the final say. But we'd be better served by prudence than haste.
Yeah.
Right, let's make sure we're ready for this. Gallica, when it's time to go, you give us the word.
Got it.
Yeah, got it. Stay calm, everyone. You can do this.
Let's focus.
Louise's necromancer subordinate must be stopped. I need to discover Louise's whereabouts as well. Who knows what could happen on the day of the prophesied calamity? A mission with a deadline has begun. Meet up with your allies at the catacomb entrance to challenge the Grand Cathedral. Failure to complete your mission by the deadline will result in a game over. You must defeat the necromancer before the day of the calamity. On a given day, you have time to do one thing in the day and another at night. Dungeons can only be visited during the day, and you'll need to rest that night. You spend your time in town during the day, the night is yours. On the local map, there are icons indicating where you can hone your royal virtues, people who have requests, and where your followers are. Raising your royal virtues and strengthening your bonds with your followers is the key to obtaining new archetypes. Use your free time wisely and strive to be the best version of yourself. If an action will consume time, the choice will be marked by the clock symbol. Keep this in mind, you can plan your activities accordingly.
Hey there.
Got a sec? I was thinking, isn't the Grand Trad just huge? All this running from end to end must be tiring. So I was thinking, you've got His Highness's sword, right? Maybe you can do something cool with it. Rhea said that forged was sword with Magla. With a little magic, I think I can make it float. That's what the prince used to do, right? Remember? Let's give it a try. Picture levitating, see if you can stand on it. While in safe areas like cities, press circle to hop on your blade and quickly ride through. Hell yeah! Oh no!
We should go.
What's happened?
Fucking rad! Let's go! All right, who do we want to go see? You have a quest for me? Kurt, man. I apologize for making you shoulder the burden of captaincy, but if you have the strength the title demands, I trust you wield it well.
So?
We cannot leave the Grand Cathedral in its current state. Shall we be off to it then, Will? I have things to do. Days until the day of calamity, 10. So I have 10 days? How fucking long is this?
Can't see a single good option.
Oh, what shall I do? Can't buy the medicine my sick daughter needs. Medicine? Is it that expensive? Yeah, it is. And to put it more accurately, it costs more than what a Mystari in this city is capable of earning. My daughter won't be long for this world if we can't get my hands on that medicine. My heart aches to see her so racked by cough.
Yeah.
You there?
We Mystari are treated poorly, but the people here hate the Elda even more. Heard all Elda are anathema to the Sanctus. The medicine can be purchased at a church, but I doubt they'll do business with it. What medicine is it? Breath of fresh air they sell at St. Firmus
I
Church
hope it's not too much trouble.
If so,
on Somnium Street.
let's give it a shot.
Let's give it a shot. Worst thing that could happen. Okay. San Lumio Street?
What now?
Is there a way to map?
All right then.
There's the smithy. Great Cathedral, Catacombs entrance.
Go.
San Lumio Street. Oh, go. Let's go talk to the hot girl.
Oh, damn. Fool.
What on earth are you doing?
Oh.
Sorry, would you mind keeping a distance from? No, wait. Are you perhaps the elder who's been frequenting the Hushed Honeybee Inn? You have business there?
Grand, innit?
So you'd not deny it? Oh, I'm jealous. Say, I work in a very high-end hotel as an apprentice cook. So far, all have been trusted with their chores. My dreams to become a 5-star chef. To that end, I've been researching the various cuisines of the city, and the Hushed Honeybee was caught in my nose. I made the mistake of telling my superiors I wanted to go, but they stopped me cold. If I learned to cook from a therapist, it will damage our kitchen's reputation, they said.
Now what am I to do?
They told me if I even get caught setting foot in Sunshade Row, they'd find me on the spot. I'm an idiot. He doesn't even trust me. The same tired prejudices. Nydia are liars and cheats, and so on. If it's not too much trouble, could I ask your help with something? I'd like you to go help me out with cooking at the Hushed Honeybee, and then report back to me what it was like. The only catch is, my employer has some high priority guests coming soon. So if possible, I'd like you to get back to me by June 19th.
Please, if there's
I'd like to learn
anything
about
you
their
can do.
ingredients, what the kitchen's like, and of course the taste and food. Naturally, make it worth your while.
Thank you much.
Alright, I have until the 19th. So even side quests have deadlines. That's fucking cool.
Come on.
Just like that, you're agreeing to help that guy? Suppose Fabian has been helping us a lot. It wouldn't hurt to pay her back by helping in the kitchen. What I've heard, Hushed Honeybee is really busy at night. So when the sun sets, let's ask Fabian what we can do to help.
What on earth are you doing?
Okay, that gives me a day job today and a night job tonight.
So that's what has come.
What the hell are you?
That damn noise.
Is that a fairy I see? Ha! A real fairy! Well be.
Sure.
Like, I know I'm rare, but we need to make such a big deal of it. I should explain. My family has something of a history with fairies. As a boy, my parents would even tell me stories about fairies before bed. Would you care for me to tell you one? My imagination might improve? No, I'm busy right now.
That damn
Fuck off with your
noise.
imagination.
This I cannot fathom.
Where's the hot lady?
Blimey.
Hot lady!
You.
I remember you, Elga. Seems I was right about you not being a local. I heard the rumors. My sources suggest you and Grius were working together. How'd you know that? I own a magic igniter shop, and I do have some sway with the residents of Sunshade Row. But you needn't worry, I have no intention of turning you in. In exchange for my discretion, though, for a lack of better word, would you be willing to do a job for me?
What?
Yes.
A dangerous one, shall we say. I imagine a colleague of Grius would likely have the skills and discretion required, however. Perhaps I'd better look elsewhere. I didn't realize how young you are at first glance. I'd prefer to work with someone who already understands how the world works, to some degree. Too much risk otherwise. Don't want your death on my conscience. With a retort that demonstrates your royal virtues, you can gain the upper hand and win new supporters. Consider the type of ruler you'd like to be and respond well when someone questions your capability. Lady owns the igniter shop, right? Bet the pay would be decent. Might be worth taking the job. At least describe the job. I don't have the wisdom.
Farewell.
Right?
Okay. I need wisdom.
You little bastard, you.
Church. Is this church?
All right then.
What do they do?
Where to? Go.
Oh, that's not what I meant. Ah. My phone's trying to do weird shit.
What's happened? All right then.
I'm assuming that's the church? Don't know any other.
But why?
It looks churchish. Yeah. St. Furnace.
Closure.
I can see that you're an elder. I'll not turn you away if you've come here with a purpose. However, I do hope you keep it brief.
Excuse me.
Thanks. I think. Anyway, we heard you sell a type of medicine. We typically only make the particular remedy available to those who have accepted the light of sanctism. But let it be known that we practice generosity. By special acceptance for an elder, you may demonstrate your sincerity by purchasing it for 500 reeds. For an elder? You're raising the price because of his tribe? Surely you would not expect your vulgar tribe to stand as equals among the blessed. Our teachings forbid it. Thus, I ask you to demonstrate your sincerity. Bear in mind, to even sell, that is, give them to you is taboo. I appreciate a show of gratitude more than words of protest.
How may I share?
Now, how may I assist? Give me the fucking... Fuck you. This is not the exit? Let me out. Oh my god, this is gonna be a 7-hour demo, isn't it? I thought we had like an hour left. I thought we were going into the thing to fight a dude and end it there. Oh shit.
All right then.
Let's go.
The Hushid Honeybee.
Please.
I want to hang out with my girl.
What's happened?
You there?
Did you get that for me? Of course.
Thank you so very much.
I give you the deepest of thanks. With this, my daughter can be cured. I apologize for having so little faith in you. People have been quite anxious since the incident at the Grand Cathedral, so the prices on everything has increased. On top of that, the discrimination against the Mistari and other minor tribes has only worsened. Hardly any shop will serve me. Oh, but I digress. Allow me to return the favor.
No.
Hardly seem worthy of praise to do something so simple as purchase medicine. It's wrong that the problem exists within the country in the first place. What you did means the world to me. Thank you. Truly for saving my daughter's life. Please, you must take this as a token of my gratitude.
Mission accomplished.
Increased tolerance? Hell yeah!
All right.
Okay, I need wisdom.
Within thee,
Thy present glow comes from one of the splendid virtues already dwelling within thee.
that brilliance.
This glow serves thee best as kindling to inflame thy followers' trust.
Now then,
Gather the royal virtue and fulfill thy destiny. Get a praise at a shop. Anywhere will do.
Wait.
Bye now.
Okay. Let's go get this thing appraised. Can I really bring it anywhere?
You've been a lifesaver.
You. Will you release my wisdom? I have.
However,
Tolerance? Not today. No, sir. Ah, shit.
how ferret?
No, sir, I don't want to hear about your tolerance.
Humans.
You're not getting off the hook for that.
Hey,
You hear that? Sounded like a cry of pain somewhere nearby.
You're not getting off the hook for that.
That's a bird.
Just can't stand it.
Hey, what the fuck happened here?
that reminds me.
We're not gonna talk to the dude who's collapsed?
I'm just incredulous.
Who said ow? You look like a man in pain. I mean, medicinal herbs? Yeah. I got you. I got 10.
Save me.
Take this as thanks. Hero's incense? Fuck yeah. So sick. It's so sick. Yeah, let's go get. Can I? Who can appraise a ring? Not you. I don't trust you. This guy raises a different stat.
What can I do? What are you playing at? Awful. Just
I just want to raise my wisdom. So I can talk to the hot
Is this it?
shopkeeper.
stop it at once.
All right then.
Oh,
Let's go.
they're beside the shopkeeper. I go talk to this person. I get a little wiser. I go help out at the Honeybee Inn or whatever it's called. Is it people watching? Is that how I do this?
Something up? Oh,
Yeah. Hell yeah.
okay. Whoa.
Streets are packed. At least it's not as huge as a crowd as a royal funeral had. Sure are a bunch of nobles in the main street and around the Grand Cathedral. Here's some Clamar Rogue and even some Ishkia. If you head to the back streets, you'll see more Parapus. That's what the class divide looks like. And there's you, only Eldia in town. Crazy how people will say the most vile things right to your face. Don't let it get to me. Very strong of you, but if anything does get under your skin, make sure to speak up. Not hide anything from each other, okay?
Well,
Personally, I don't see much difference among the tribes, but I bet a lot of people would disagree with me there.
All right.
That's only 2 wisdom. I need more wisdom. We're gonna help out at the inn at night, and tomorrow we're just gonna go kill the guy.
Please, I'm just if you can help. Incredulous.
Yeah.
Hi, friend. You're free. Could you lend me a hand? Show you how to make red grass roasted badoo.
that reminds
And my tolerance goes up. Yeah, let's. For the market located in front of the Grand Cathedral. Badoo meat, pristine clear water, and red grass.
You're a big help.
Okay, so that's another problem for another day. What's in here? We don't steal from her.
I'm just please. If you can help us.
We never steal from her. All right, maybe we just grind another wisdom.
Sure.
Happened.
All right then.
Is there anywhere else I can grind wisdom?
Let's go.
Firstly, let's see if I can just go buy the stuff.
I'm just hang on a minute, you.
Never mind, I can.
He's quite fresh.
Pristine clear water? Yes, please.
Cheers.
To the butcher. Really hard to control that speed.
Welcome.
Badoo meat.
Come again.
What was the last thing I needed? Yes, I know that much. Okay. What is the third item I need?
All right then.
Is it just a general vendor item?
Whoa!
Oh,
Blue cheese.
can we talk?
Thanks.
I love blue cheese. I'll buy some.
I'm chuffed.
Dear me! Please, if you might deign to help.
Nope.
Just might not be
5,000 for a vitality pendant?
Such a thing.
Shops herbs.
Oh there.
It's not a matter of try, but just got limited stock and only sell them my regulars. Well, fuck you, herb guy.
just might not be worth a while. You there?
Yeah, sure, a soothing sweet bun. Sounds delicious.
You there?
What to do?
Give me a mindless mallet while I'm here.
Stinking believable.
All right, let's go back to the honeybee
Let's go.
because I wasn't paying attention. The ingredients I need.
If you can help.
Yeah.
Red
That
grass,
reminds me.
right.
Oh.
Vendor doesn't stock much of it. Yeah, so it's that guy that won't fucking help me. Okay.
All right.
Can I go steal it from him?
I'm just incredulous.
All right then.
Hang on a minute.
I'd sure like to steal it from him.
An elder. Just might not be worth a while.
Stop at once.
To impart what I've learned on others. No, I don't really care what you got.
Such a thing.
I imagine it's going to be like a daytime activity that gets me through to it. All right,
All right then. Let's head there right away.
let's go grind wisdom. Tomorrow we'll go fight.
What's happened?
All right then.
Too many buttons.
But they're yet innocent.
What is it? Oh, you're
Something
not
else?
getting off the hook for that.
Oh. Okay.
Main Street. Weird that it leads to the Grand Cathedral and not the palace. Shows how much the city revolves around sanctism and Sanctifex Fortin. Not but wonder how the king felt about that. As well as the prince. If it's wrong. Makes you uncomfortable, huh? I mean, I get having a help with the respect for faith, but I also don't think faith should be used as a political weapon.
All right.
Hell yeah. We're almost there, baby.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
All right, let's go straight to the dungeon. Pretty ominous, but what does it even mean? Louis' orders were not, 'twas the necromancer who committed those acts of brutality we witnessed at the royal funeral. He undoubtedly prepares more of the same.
Right.
Well, we're gonna put a stop to that corpse robbing bastard before it happens. And the state army can handle it, and then it falls on us to do it. The calamity we were warned about is just 9 days away. We need to stop the necromancer before then. We're gonna do it today.
We're
What's
off.
happened?
All right then.
Catacombs.
Hey,
Here's Ariadne's thread for you. If you ever need to return to the entrance, cool. I also have
What now?
what's it called? Health incense. Stroll, you need that.
Got it.
What do you think?
Yeah, let's do it. There's no point in waiting. I'm plenty strong.
Hey,
We don't have time to be feeling sorry. We've got to take the opportunity and do what we can. And to make sure that Grius' death wasn't in vain.
Yes.
I know. Let's proceed.
We're off.
All right, who wants it this time?
What?
Who are you? Hi, friend.
Oh, sheesh. What's going on here?
What's going on here?
Did someone get here before us? Of all the places.
You lot thought it was safe to come this way. This really isn't the time to pay your respects. No easy
I
way to
love
say
her.
it, but this place, I don't know, it ain't right. There's dead folk.
Ladies
shouting
and
about.
gentlemen, we found our
After
rogue.
I cleaned house. Don't say I didn't warn you, eh? I'm off then.
Wait. Is it your intention to enter the Grand Cathedral?
Is it your
Well, it
intention?
connects down here.
Yeah, I
because
can't
we're
really
the
do
ones
that.
who cleared the path. But I assume we'll meet more resistance inside. I beg your pardon, but are you not injured? Shouldn't you consider turning back?
Oh, I'm sorry, boss. Did I need your permission? I've got
I
my own
love her.
reasons.
At least stop and treat your
At the
wounds.
very least, you need to stop and get those wounds treated.
I can't do that. My friend's trapped in there. And the soldier that went in to rescue her hasn't come back. I can't just sit and do
I
nothing.
honestly hope she's not part of the party just because I don't want to do that voice. I will butcher it and then feel bad. Should we go in your
Can we
stead?
find your friend for you?
Hey, wait. Before you go making promises like that.
No. Now that we know about this, we must act to save these people.
What's your game exactly?
We simply won't stand by and let someone in your condition walk into peril.
How about I heal you and then you come with me?
You're hiding something. Some other reason you're willing to help a Parapus.
Believe what you like, but we're going to the top of the cathedral regardless. Is it not the wiser course to let us do as we've promised than to risk your life charging ahead?
Come with.
Fine. Even I can see sense in that. My friend's a Parapus girl, about my age, with a yellow flower pin in her black hair. You'll know her when you see her. If you bring her back safe, I'll repay you. I swear.
This one's
Yes, ma'am.
important.
Oh, come on.
In we go. Did I get a key last time? I don't think I did.
This is bad. They're onto us. That was brilliant.
Dogs. Come on now, dogs. Dogs ain't enough to stop me.
All right.
Getting in was easier than I thought it'd be. Doesn't look like there's anyone patrolling the area. How strange. I expected less resistance this way, but not this.
Oh, well.
I forgot to turn off auto. In any case, it works out better for us. Capturing that necromancer wasn't our only goal here anymore. Yeah, we need to save the hostages while security still lacks. Check what's inside.
Strange.
The fuck are you?
They saw us! On your toes, everyone! Quick, let's finish them!
Let's give him a fight! And we'll win this! I'm all prepared. Maybe there's a better choice. Let's finish
One
this!
for the captain.
Keep it up!
Let's keep it
Let's
going.
get on with it!
Tis yours.
Round slash.
Hack and slash!
Oh, that one's a short one.
And that's that.
Cool.
Victory's ours.
I like that victory screen.
Be careful. There's more of them.
Yeah, where? Where'd it go?
We won't lose
I
this
shall
fight.
be your opponent.
Fine, we'll do it normally.
Seeker! Wind!
I shall fight as... Are you prepared? Hack and slash!
By the night! Not this one. Fight there!
Oh, I should have upgraded her weapon. Okay, so we get one chance at that thing.
We've cleared the way.
All right, chest on the other side.
Hey!
Some recipe on that door? No, thank you.
That should come in handy. Pocket it.
We've been spotted! On your guard!
A preemptive
This battle's ours. Let's go.
Dope.
It's too late. In the
Not done yet!
I stand ready. Take this! Stay focused.
We're all counting on you!
No point in wasting magic.
A tough one.
That's the last of them. The way's clear.
It's a
That'll do.
very cold
Some enemies are still around. Careful now.
victory screen. I love it.
All right.
Come
on, cat.
Oi!
You're late. You were supposed to be here ages ago.
The thing is,
What am I supposed to do about it? We can't use the lift. I had to take those bloody endless stairs to get here. Keep an eye on that lot locked up in the spare room upstairs. He's on the desk, I mentioned before.
reminds me.
Yeah, heard you already. What's the point in taking hostages anyway? More work than it's worth. Obviously, to stop the state army from coming in. Use your head, would you? Hurry up and switch with me. Start slacking off and the white clouds will probably know it.
Absurd.
No friends of ours. Must be nice to be so superior when you get a white cape. I assume the Louise private army. They lack discipline, though. I imagine this guard was hastily thrown together.
Hey,
They had colored uniform, but they mentioned white one. What was that about? The rank of a soldier in Louise's private army is signified by the color of their uniform. Those with uniforms bearing colors are common soldiers. His elite have pure white uniforms, and they are thusly called white-clad. The guard's leaving. Be a good opportunity to help the hostages.
Fair.
A good point. I'm not seeing many guards around. If we've just an army of dogs to deal with, we'll be able to manage.
all right.
All right, then. Nope. Let's save the hostages while we've got the chance.
Let's hurry.
I lose... Whenever I do her voice, I lose his voice.
Oi! Please.
All right, they're in there. We need a key to open the room. We'll look for it right away. Just hold on.
Hurry.
Let's hurry and find the key. I believe they said it was on a desk somewhere.
We're off.
All right. How's
Very
that?
impressive.
Come on.
Let us settle
Let's give him a
this.
Jump
fight.
on them. Quick, everyone, go.
Worthy foe after all.
Still up?
Now, after me!
Tis yours.
I'll cut
So
you
long,
down.
everyone. Unreal.
And that's that. Victory's ours.
Now that I
A new
continue
means
to
of
grow.
protection.
You got first aid? Ooh. So you are my tank and my support. Okay. I see how this is. I see how it goes.
We cannot avoid the Stand ready.
Right.
This battle's ours. Let's go. Still here?
Let's make an end of it.
Go!
And that's
It's a
that.
piece of cake. It's a piece of
Victory's
cake.
ours.
That'll do it.
That should come in handy. Pocket it.
All right. How's that?
Go on.
Catch?
Impressive as ever.
All right, we did it.
Where's this table? It's gonna be down there, isn't it?
Oh, I think they see us.
Let's push through.
Let's take them all out.
This is our chance. Forward.
Not done yet.
A tough one.
Now, let's do this.
Strike true!
It's 14 MP every time I do that, so maybe I shouldn't.
Looks like that's all of them. Great job, everybody.
But it works so well.
Not bad. I admit, it feels good to get stronger.
Yeah, that looks like the way to go.
Come on. All right. How's that? This is our chance. Let's take them away.
I mean, but we're gonna, because we're here.
Go.
Hack and slash. Almost finished.
You're right through
Nice.
them. You've got serious
Stay
skills,
sharp.
Stroll.
It's not over yet.
Expect no less.
Only one left. Finish them off. We're clear. Woo, not too shabby. Let's keep this
Oh,
up.
farming isn't too bad if that's what I've got.
Satisfactory. Our foes are not vanquished. Be on your guard.
Oh,
They'll need more than this.
this is gonna hurt.
Captain's hurt bad. Let's get him some healing.
Sorry.
The captain's
Just dead.
down. Is that all? Help him back up.
Oh, please.
Only a flesh wound.
Hey,
After me.
wake up. We're still in a fight here.
Gotta kill as many as we can.
Hack and slash. Stay on the offensive. Not
Stroll
bad.
always
If I
comes
what
through.
can I do?
Oh, they're all dead.
Someone get him back on his feet.
Burns!
Come on, not like this. Someone help, please.
No synthesis available for use. Yeah,
Not this one.
that's not what I wanted. Whatever, everyone's dead.
Only a flesh wound.
And I'm paralyzed. That's good.
Is everyone okay? Not yet. He's gotta heal up.
No.
Okay, okay. Don't blindly rush into things. Sometimes it's bad.
So, fantasy.
I imagine.
Oh, I'm
that would
so
be
far back. Well, not so far, but
All right, we did
I'm a
it.
few battles back.
That was brilliant.
Let's push through. Let's give them a fight. This could be our chance.
Still up.
Three left.
I shall fight as the noble I am. Give
Fuck
me your aid.
it.
I'll cut you down.
And that's that. Victory's ours.
I need to be
I
so
shall
careful
rise
with
to the
this.
occasion.
Come on, cat.
Act fast, and we'll win this. Let's make an end of
It's
it.
yours.
The end's in sight.
It doesn't kill them, which is crazy.
One left.
That's the spirit.
Only one left. Finish them off. We're clear.
And then we back the
Okay,
fuck up.
I don't think there's any more backup coming. Let's keep moving.
Good. Tis done.
Be careful. There's more of them.
Let's push through.
Stand down.
We strike first.
Ooh, I rolled away because I got nervous.
Get on with it.
Show them our might.
I almost fucked myself.
Almost finished.
Almost fucked
Freedom
myself.
of a wanderer.
You've got serious skills.
Stay sharp.
Only
It's not
one
over
left.
yet.
Finish them off. We're clear.
Worthy foe after all.
Uh-oh.
It burns.
That's fine.
Hulkenberg's been burned. She gets hit. And that's that. Victory's ours.
Okay.
I'd expect no less.
Sweeping slash.
I am burned. I must swallow my pride and ask.
What now?
I can help with that. Do. You take that. Jeez, I don't have any Magla stuff though.
All right, how's that?
Great moves back there.
Let's push through.
That's fine. Looks
All right,
Kill 'em all.
How's that?
Yeah, nice work.
Rusted armor. Oh, it's tough to go,
Looks like we're safe for now.
That was the last of them.
Table. We're good. He hasn't noticed us.
What?
Hold on, is this?
Yeesh. Nice.
Let's go.
I imagine that
Here's
would
the
be
other
of
side of
use.
this.
All right.
Amazing.
Luck +3. We love that.
Come on.
Hey, good one.
Hello, friends.
Please. Yeah.
Onward.
Thank you.
I was sure my number was up there.
No.
No, we were late for some. If only we could have done something. Still, 'tis good some yet live. Are there any other hostages here? I don't know. I was hearing screams from all around when it first began, but now
Terrible.
it's awful. None of these people were even armed.
Let's hurry.
Right now, we need to focus on survivors. Make ready to leave, and we'll escort you to the exit.
Now then.
The others have all escaped to safety. You're the last. Thank you for everything. We're in your debt.
Hey,
Oh, would you know anything about a Parapus girl here? She'd have black hair. We know she wears a yellow flower hair clip. Parapus girl? Sounds familiar, but I think I saw her among the casualties. Aww.
Damn it.
If you knew her, please see she's returned to her family for a proper burial. She was rallying around behind the wounded until the last. Of course, we'll do what we can.
Sorry.
Stroll and I will see this man safely away. As we do, will you not tend to the poor Parapus girl? 'Tis a burden I'm loath to place on you alone, but...
look at her ears. She's a Parapus.
Hey, wait.
Sorry I'm late.
She cradled her friend in her arms, whispering the words "I'm sorry" to her over and over. Aw.
Thanks. Guess I ought to come clean. I tried, I really did. But I couldn't just stand around. And you lot cleared the path so well besides. So, this is all I have right now, but...
Cool, want to join the party?
give me a little time, would ya? I've got a bounty I'm after that'll be paying big.
Bounty?
You collect bounties.
What? You joking? You only helped me because you recognized me, yeah?
No.
You really don't know? I'm Katharina, the bounty hunter.
Katharina.
And you just helped a Parapus without expecting anything in return? Doesn't that just take the cake?
Well, you were in trouble.
I mean, weren't you in trouble?
Proper weird you are.
Proper weird.
I'll tell you though, I gave her that hair clip. Gift to say congrats for getting hired under some rich baron. Things
Aw.
went belly up, and she got that baron to safety, but didn't make it out herself. And when he heard the news, do you know what he did? He laughed. Said even a Parapus could be useful once in a while.
That's deranged.
Some people are terrible.
Isn't it? Oh, I thought so too. A world like that. I'd tear it down with my own 2 hands if I could. People are
Well, then
suffering.
don't I have an exciting
All
offer
these
for you?
bastards can do is shrug and carry on.
I feel the same.
I couldn't have said it better.
Right. I can see as much in your eyes. Matter of fact, I see a lot in your eyes. You're cutting a path, and it's no small prize you're after. I don't know if we'll cross paths like this again, but if you're ever in trouble, I'll be there.
Thank you, Katharina.
That's a promise.
I can sense Katharina's righteous spirit and faith in me.
The loyal hunter, Katharina.
The brawler.
Within her
Fuck
dwells
yeah.
the virtue of the brawler. Nurture thy bond with her, and a new
Here we go then. Let's see which
Party can now
changes
study the
world.
brawler. I need a 4th party member that I can make the brawler. So right now I've got tank, I've got full damage, and I've got support magic.
Now, I'm gonna take this poor girl home. Catch you later. If we can both stay alive that long.
Got it.
I should make the last of the hostages. Think we have anything to do on this floor anymore?
Pushing forward.
Continue on then. Necromancer rafters on the top floor.
Present and
Whoa, that's lovely.
Oh, they're brawler weapons. Ah! I want one so badly. Oh, I don't want to do this. Yeah, I do. I've never seen one this big before. Maybe I should have expected as much, seeing as this is the Grand Cathedral in the royal capital.
but
I doubt 'tis working at the moment. They can't be that foolish. Which means we've got to take the stairs. Hey, just a quick question. You wouldn't happen to have any Magla, would you? Giving it to Hulkenberg.
Now then.
You ready to tackle this? I see no other path open to us. Whatever, let's go.
Hey,
How far have we climbed? Feels like this goes on forever. Who knows? 'Tis too far to tell. Well, all we can do now is keep moving.
Come on!
Why'd they have to make it so tall in the first place? Way too big.
well,
They probably want to show the kingdom already belongs to the Sanctism. Sometimes a good bluff is all it takes. From what I can tell, the state's army's authority is all in name only. No credible substance to it.
I suppose.
As a knight, that pains me to hear. But frankly, I feel the same. The powers that be do not extend their hands to the weak. Which is likely why you see men like Louise doing as they please. It's the bloody end of the world.
Hey!
Louise will have to wait until after we've gotten to the Necromancer. We'll deal with him first. That we will. But I could swear I'd seen the man before.
huh?
What was that? You're muttering.
No.
No, 'tis nothing. Let's hurry and get to the top. We haven't time to dawdle. I'm merging their accents. Finally made it. Never want to see another step in my life.
However,
Seems the stairs do not reach apex. How'd we proceed upward from here? Surely there's a passage leading upward somewhere. We keep going up, there's bound to be a working lift array. At least there better be. True, though the enemy will be keeping watch over it. So our first order of business is to search this floor.
Hey!
Did you hear that? It's strangely noisy. Something's amiss. What in the world is happening?
What? What was that?
Attacked by corpses? You're imagining things. They're supposed to be on our side. Cool. Zombies.
What is the meaning of this? Soldiers are running away.
What?
Hard to tell what's going on from here. Let's get closer. Zombies.
Oh, fuck you. All right, let's go deal with it.
Hold on.
This is...
Looks like they're being manipulated by magic. Like Alcis was. Suppose this is what the soldiers were afraid of.
However,
The necromancer controls them, doesn't he? Why would he endanger his own forces?
Probably because dead bodies are more useful to him, I'd say.
No way.
You gotta be kidding me. Is he insane?
It would explain why there's so few guards on patrol. He was planning to leave this area with the dead to begin with.
damn it.
Stay on guard.
All right, let's just do
Okay.
it.
All right. How's that?
Oh,
Preemptive
Okay.
blast.
I was expecting more of a tussle.
Tougher than I thought.
The freedom of a... Let's finish this!
That's the spirit.
Oh, come!
No.
I shall be as a shield.
We're gonna let them
Only
be.
2 enemies left. Stay sharp.
I will fight... Stay sharp!
One for the
Now
captain.
that...
Keep it going.
Take this!
I didn't want to get attacked twice.
Brace yourselves.
Once, whatever.
Done yet.
That's the last of them. The way's clear.
Not bad. I feel stronger.
Yep. We're gonna focus on survival. Okay, there's something in there. Can't get a hold of them. Damn it, what the hell do we do? I don't want to die. Someone save me.
So apparently,
Let's push through!
I'll give it my all.
Some of it. On fell swoop.
I will fight...
Still up? Is everyone...
Hulkenberg, pull
Oh,
yourself
no.
together.
Numb.
Please.
Let's stay calm.
That's one for the captain.
up.
Let's keep it going.
Fight there!
Nice work, Hulkenberg.
That's it, Hulkenberg.
Yikes! Here comes the counter.
That's it, Hulkenberg.
I feel sick.
The captain's sick. His abilities are...
Ugh. What I wanted to avoid.
Okay, I don't think there's any more backup coming. Let's keep moving. You feeling okay? You need a cure for that.
What now?
Something for sickening? Do I have something for sick? I do.
Okay, let's give this all we've got.
Let's do this.
Just end it.
What a finale! Keep your energy up, everyone.
Satisfactory. Ha! I have never known such height.
A new power to wield.
Ooh. Wonderful.
All right, how's that?
We strike first.
This battle's ours.
Let's go.
Tougher than I thought.
It's okay. We can do this. Let's finish this!
They'll not break my defenses.
Captain.
Bum bum ba-dum.
I will fight. Just one less.
Is that
Captain took
Take
us
this.
down.
I was not expecting this to go this long.
Brace yourselves. Only one left. Finish them off.
So I am going to. I have to work in the morning. So next save opportunity I'm going to take,
Victory's ours.
and then I'll probably just finish this off screen.
Is that the end?
If it's
then?
going to keep
We
going.
shade the way.
Fucking demo my ass.
Let's push through.
Handy. Look at it. I think that's all of them.
What is this?
I don't
Locked.
like this.
Okay. That's a special fight that I might not want to get involved with.
All right, how's that?
Amazing. Great moves back
Come
there.
on! I'm fast. We're gonna win this. Let's give this all we've got. Last one.
Took one out.
It's okay.
Keep it up.
If I say so myself.
Scour. Still here? I fight that.
Good enough.
Okay, I don't think there's any more backup coming. Let's keep moving.
That'll do it.
That'll do it. Oh my god.
It's terrible.
Oh, I thought they were going to voice the whole thing.
Something up ahead. Is that a magla crystal?
Looks different than the one we've seen before. Looks like some kind of demonic flower.
Lost enemies.
Look at that.
That petal-like energy might be the magla that's leaked from the crystal.
I think that's what's drawing monsters to the area. It has a fitting look if the fiends are drawn to the scent. We'd better break it before moving on. Poaching and transcrystal will cause you to summon new enemies until it's broken. If you stumble upon these, top priority is destroy.
Let's do it.
Gotcha. What if instead I did that?
No. Looks like they found us. We don't have much health left. Don't go too hard.
Well done. The scourge is no more.
Oh my god. I almost got fucked up.
That should come in handy. Pocket it.
Shortcut.
This place.
If so,
This is the perfect place to rest. I like it can transport you from one mega hollow to another. You can even go back and forth. Oh!
Then
Okay, yeah. Exactly the same as the safe room. Menu,
What now?
system, save. 5.5 hours. It's a demo. All right. Well, we're gonna call it there. I'm gonna finish this off stream so that I can keep doing the games that I'd already started playing before. And then when the full game comes out, we'll keep going with the run through. But I'll record when I play off stream, just so I have it. And then when I make a video, I can have it. But you know, that'll be then. Until then, thank you everyone who tuned in seconds, minutes, hours, or the entire time. I appreciate each and every single one of you. I saw a bunch of people coming in and out while we were talking anime, and I'm very thankful for that because I love to discuss it. So thank you everyone. I'll see you on the next one. Take care of yourselves. Bye now.